are in historic Napanee, Ontario, and tonight we're going to make some curling history here at the Canadian Juniors. We're going to go one more to decide this men's final of the M&M Meatshop's Canadian Juniors.
Every shot so vital.
Stone's width in the 4-foot.
This is a tough shot.
Stay hair more quick. Don't throw a hair less.
Let's do it.
Wait. 11.
Final rock on the way. Braden Moscowy from the Cali Club in Regina. Got to come right to the nose. Got to come right to the nose and sit there. Got to get right to the nose and sit there. Right to the nose. Is it enough? But they're going to put the stick to it. It's that close. We'll watch the micrometer. Watch where it goes. Watch where it goes. Yes, it is. And Saskatchewan will win the Men's Canadian Junior Championship. The Strathcona Paper Centre here in Napanee has played host, week-long host to this year's M&M Meatshop's Canadian Juniors, and tonight is the last evening the juniors will take over this arena as we welcome you inside and say hello, Canada, and welcome back to our final evening of coverage from here in Napanee. Last evening, if you were with us, you saw Jocelyn Peterman of Red Deer, Alberta, win the women's title as she beat Manitoba. And now Alberta has a chance to win both men's and women's championships. After 20 draws of men's play, Alberta dominating, going 11-1. That's Brennan Bottcher from the Saville Sports Centre in Edmonton, leaving three teams, Northern Ontario, Manitoba, Nova Scotia, all tied at 9-3. Northern Ontario was awarded second because they had beaten Manitoba and the Blue Nosers in round robin. Manitoba then won their tiebreaker, so on the ice this afternoon in the semi-final, it was Northern Ontario's Brennan Wark from Thunder Bay against 16-year-old Kyle During from Winnipeg. And we're picking this up in the ninth. It was a game in which Northern Ontario never trailed. And here, they made the hit for two as they go on to win it, make the final 7-3. And so Northern Ontario, who had lost badly to Alberta in round-robin play, will now look to gain a little bit of revenge as Russ Howard snuggles up beside me here. You know, one thing we saw about Northern Ontario, you do not want to get behind to them.
No kidding. They blanked the first two, scored a nice three against the young kids from Manitoba. You almost get the feeling the game was over. They hit everything in sight. Big-time power with their peels, and they made a lot of shots, and Manitoba really didn't have a chance.
Alberta and their experience of 2 years ago has paid off. They were in Sorel Tracy. They went 6-6, Bottcher did. Now look at it. Boy, he rolls 11-1 here.
Experience, you got to have that experience at this level. They can all play. They're all good. The deliveries are great. But Brendan Bottcher really impresses me. 7% better than any other skip here. That's a ton. The whole team's in first place. They're going to be tough to beat.
So Alberta will try to sweep the men's and women's titles, while Northern Ontario will try to win their first junior men's championship since 1996.
The M&M Meatshop's Canadian Juniors is brought to you by M&M Meatshops. Hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle. The M&M Meatshop's Canadian Juniors is brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet? By World Financial Group, proud to be a sponsor of the Season of Champions. Your dreams, our strategies. And by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere.
It's Alberta against Northern Ontario in the men's final of the 2012 M&M Meatshop's Canadian Juniors in Napanee. Let's meet the teams now. Brought to you by Ford Drive One. The Alberta champions out of the Saville Sports Centre in Edmonton, skipped by 20-year-old Brendan Bottcher. Bryce Buckles, his twin brother Landon Buckles, and Evan Asmussen round out the team. Northern Ontario from the Port Arthur Curling Club in Thunder Bay, skipped by 19-year-old Brennan Wark, with Joel Adams, Kyle Tossett, and Christopher Lupin rounding out the side that won over Manitoba earlier today to put themselves into the final. With that tremendous record of 11-1. Alberta have both the last rock, the hammer. They also have the choice of stones. They've elected to go with red. And so it'll be Northern Ontario playing yellow. And to get us underway in this men's junior final, this is Joel Adams.
This is a classic battle, Vic. Two great teams, two great records, 9-3, 11-1. You can't do much better than that. The round-robin game wasn't that close. Alberta won it quite handily. But two different styles in play here, and it's going to be interesting. The Alberta team has just been absolutely deadly with the draw weight. Brennan especially, the skip, 84%. The other skipper, Brennan Wark, is only at 69 with his draw weight. So I think that's going to play into it. I think you're going to see Alberta force the issue, try to get a lot of rocks in play. They're going to throw a corner right off the bat here, unlike the ladies' game. And whereas you're going to see the opposite of Northern Ontario, just like they did this afternoon. Once they got the lead, they just look out. They just need bullets. So it's kind of an offensive-defensive struggle here.
Yeah, top 12.
Is it really?
Yeah, T-line.
Go on it, boys.
Yeah.
Oh. It's top 12. Bring it deep.
It's T-line.
Then go on.
We're going to be in, just go on the T-line, guys.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, Bryce.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Throw, buddy.
So how might these two teams play this?
Alberta, definitely with hammer, are going to be very, very aggressive. That's what they have to do. As I mentioned earlier, the Northern Ontario draw percentage was pretty weak, so that's what they're going to have to do is apply some pressure. That's how you win championships. To contrary, I think you're going to see the Northern Ontario. They're going to try to keep this game close. They're going to hit as much as they can, keep it simple, and if they get the lead, look out.
The game plan is brought to you by World Financial Group. Your dreams, our strategies. 19-year-old Joel Adams throwing the lead stones. Joel's dad, Brian, won a Canadian Seniors back in 2006 with Al Hacker and Rick Lang.
The Iceman. I was talking to Brian. He's here as a very nervous and worried parent. Bryce overthrew his first one, a little shot of adrenaline. First shot under the TV lights. Don't forget, they didn't play in the semi. This is their first time with the big lights on. And the women's game and this afternoon's game, the ice was a wee bit quicker than it has been all week. And along with the adrenaline, that could be a poisonous combination.
Hard. Hard. Go. Hard. Okay.
And a good recovery with the second one.
80-85.
90 is good. Only 90. Put you to work here.
Real close.
All there. 4-5. 9. Where?
Wide only.
9.
All there.
Kyle Tossett is 19 years of age.
9.
Remembering, of course, the age limit for junior play in our country is 20. At the world level, it is 21. And the winner of this game will go on to represent Canada at the World Juniors to be played March 3 through 11 in Östersund, Sweden.
That's been the impressive thing all week. A lot of the teams here have so many more chances. It's not their last year. And years ago, it used to be the teams that were all around the 2021, their aging out year. Manitoba is a great example. The Vice and the Skip have 4 years left, and the front end 3. And that bodes well for the future of Manitoba curling.
Firm. Clean.
So we saw Bryce Buckles. This is his 19-year-old twin, Landon.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay.
I think. I'm not sure.
Pretty good chance.
You think? Okay.
A little up. Great.
High control? Normal? Okay.
Little surprise there. I thought with the rocks that deep, Alberta would have gone around the corner guard. That's what they threw it for. And again, I think a little bit of the nerves first end. They're going to keep it a little simpler and try to get. Ooh, this is hanging. This is hanging.
Going to come up with a corner of it. It does. The other thing, too, and you mentioned the Alberta team hasn't been on the ice since Friday.
Yeah, and it's just a wee bit quicker. They probably have to lower the ice temperature just a shade because it's warmer in here because of the lights and the bigger crowds, and that makes the surface a little bit slipperier and a little bit straighter. When it's straighter, it's got less time to curl, less time to grab and dig in a little bit. So you will see some overthrows, I'm sure, and we've already had 2 of them already.
Room.
Yeah. Weight's pretty good. It's T-line on its own right now.
Whoa.
Room. Room.
Whoa.
Bryce, go inside. There's lots of room.
Weight's pretty good.
Well, if you can, it's not bad.
It's a team that can identify that and don't throw from memory. Just because you had draw weight on Wednesday doesn't mean you're going to have it today. Ice changes, and you have to be thinking all the time.
Finish. Finish it if you can, but no deeper. No.
And around the corner they go, and just behind the tee line. Edge of the 4-foot.
Okay, that's good, yeah.
Dead buried a little deeper than they wanted. Again, another rock heavier than they expected. It's pretty slick down this spot already.
Christopher Lupin was the only member of this Northern Ontario team from Thunder Bay to make the All-Star teams. He was a second-team All-Star.
Never.
If you want to be a good skip coming up through the ranks, you really have to plot the spots in the ice. And this spot, they've thrown just about every rock, so it's greasy fast down there. That's where you see the top teams, you know, the Martins, the Cooeys, the Howards, those type of teams. They have that figured out. They don't make that early mistake. And another deep one there by Northern Ont. A chance to sink another one here.
Evan Asmussen is the new member of this team. First year that they've all been together.
Bit of room, guys.
Skip Bottcher and the 2 Buckles boys were part of that team 2 years ago in Sorel Tracy that went 6 and 6. And Asmussen joined them this year.
Whoa. Line's great, guys.
Whoa. It's going to freeze it.
Whoa.
This is not dying.
Curl.
Really good out.
Right up on top. Remember now, Alberta does have the last rock here in this first, and they're sitting 2, and they're both behind that corner guard.
The comment when this rock finally came to rest was the front end of Alberta looking at each other and going, wow, it is fast. They've made the adjustment. Northern Ontario hasn't yet.
Holy.
I don't mind the same shot.
Same shot?
Yeah.
Feels not bad. Tap it a bit.
All right, somebody from the hack end said Peel's not bad. Let's get rid of the corner, open it up. Would you have done this?
I think the Peel's a good idea. It's a 10-end game. You give up a deuce here, you're not out of the woods. You don't want to give up a big 3, and that can really change the momentum. We watched that in the women's final. The 4-ender really cut the legs out of the Manitoba team. So this is it's not wrong if you make it, but it's a dangerous call.
Only if you have to.
Guys, room.
Only if you have to.
Christopher Lupin.
No line. No line.
No line, guys. Whoa, off.
No line. No line.
Off, guys.
No line. No line.
Leave it.
It's all right.
Well, you know what? Despite the fact that it was dying, it seemed to me it didn't finish quite enough.
Yeah, certainly not as a little more rotation maybe than the Alberta Vice Rock, but you're exactly right. There's room here. It's a long enough guard. It's almost half buried, so visually it doesn't look like you can make it. I think it's there.
Okay, just back on. Yeah, not too much. You get the guard, it's not terrible. Yeah.
These are the ones I found were the toughest when the ice is that slick and the adrenaline's flowing. You get your draw weight by kicking a little slower, but you can easily overthrow this shot. He overthrows this, it'll jam.
Whoa, close to hack.
Whoa. Close. No.
Thought he could get across the nose of this and maybe punch it by.
Off. Close.
Whoa.
Close.
Whoa. Never.
Come on.
Can he get across the nose of it? Just enough. Oh, what a beauty.
Great shot.
What a honey of a shot by Evan Asmussen here in the first. And they're piling up Alberta Stones.
Tell your first time on national television, the biggest game of your life. The ice is quick. We've already talked about this particular spot. To throw the exact right speed there, that's very impressive.
Yeah.
I'll take this.
Very good.
You can, I guess,
Control.
Good. Just a hair high, I guess.
You catch this right, you're going to get some movement.
Control.
Yeah, for sure. There's enough. The guard's the problem. It's almost buried, but the piece you have to hit is the piece you can actually see. So if he gets it going this way, right there, the middle rock goes for sure. I believe this goes, and you might sneak that one by that way and get all 3 of them.
Control it. Control nice.
And he's only throwing control, so that's going to trouble moving 120 pounds of granite, but I think they're more worried about wrecking on this guard, so they're going to take enough ice to get by and throw it a little softer.
First look at Northern Ontario skip, 19-year-old Brennan Wark.
Off.
Off, guys.
Right off.
Off.
We talked about how these guys can hit.
Wall.
Hard on the reds.
Hard on the action.
Watch them now, and he'll move 2. There's a jam at the back. Still, Alberta sitting the 1 back button, and there is some backing.
With that much speed, he was never making the triple. It was a good shot. You got 2 of them out of there. Lots of yellow in play.
Yeah, that's probably coming off.
Well,
there
this one's never going
No,
like
I
it's
know.
probably going like this.
Yeah. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I don't mind this either, though.
Yeah, I think we should do this.
Yeah. Make him make a play on
This
it.
medium.
Yeah. Okay. Make it good.
Yeah. Try on the nose.
Yeah.
2 options here, Vic. You could actually come down and run your own back. This yellow is going on to the red, but the red should catch on these 2 rocks. There's a good chance you'll save both reds that way. The other option is to do what they're actually doing, but it might set up a double.
Yeah, just easy. Start nice. Straight down that center line, hey? Yeah. They're good.
And that 84% made him the first-team All-Star, 20-year-old Brendan Bottcher.
That's a big number for a skip with this much curl. These rocks are so aggressive, you're going to have tough shots because of the amount of curl. 84 is a big number.
Clean.
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 Yeah.
Good. Very nice.
Rolls it towards the center line. Right now, sitting just the 1. But it did roll into a bad spot.
Should have nosed it. Good to go on it.
Yeah.
Maybe, Vic, you'd have to throw a ton of weight here to bounce it across. I don't think the double's there.
That's for 4. If I freeze here, it's for 4.
Okay, make this.
Just hit and roll in.
You gotta still
think the
hard,
doubles there?
It's there. You gotta whip it.
Okay, peel.
Okay.
It sure does look flat.
Yeah, it is really flat. And the danger, and this is one of these ones that you'll see a veteran curler say, wait a sec here, I'm going to take my poison. Because if he comes down here with a lot of weight, hits it thin, there's a big danger you can knock your own out of there, and it's a free draw for 3. They talked about freezing, but that's a dangerous shot too, because if you freeze on a bit of an angle, you might set up an easy yellow double also. A bit of trouble here for Wark.
Whoa, guys.
Right off.
Whoa.
Oh,
Take the roll, if there is any.
roll if there's any.
Thank you.
He would have loved to roll across, but it was such a flat angle. It was really dangerous. The one we talked about it with the telestrator is that he could have knocked his own out. So that's not a terrible miss, really. He missed it the right way.
We're looking for, yeah, just like 315, 320. Okay. Price 315, 320. Same as in practice. Yeah. We'll get it there.
So an opportunity here for Alberta
Yeah, same as in
to
practice.
score a couple.
Keep
Clean
clean.
out of his hand, Bryce. Once we're back, we can maybe just 1 inch less, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a little more aggressive with it. Don't overstrong. We get it there. Yeah. Just straight draw.
Final stone here in the
Fine,
first.
really good.
Alberta, the team from the Saville Sports Center in Edmonton, are sitting
Line's
1
good. Close, guys.
back of the button.
Yeah.
Line's good.
Oh,
It's good. It's good.
oh.
Room.
And the 2
backing?
Buckles
Oh,
no
boys,
backing,
Landon and
no
Bryce,
backing,
saying
no
just
backing.
put it down and we'll get it there.
No, nothing.
You have backing, guys.
No, you don't. Good. Good throw. Stop.
Backing.
Yes, you do. They got the backing. They've got 2. Alberta on the board. First, here in this men's final, the M&M Meatshops Canadian Juniors. We want to keep you updated on some of the provincial playdowns that have taken place, are taking place, and currently in Alberta. Kevin Cooey, the 2010 Canadian World Champion, is currently leading Brock Virtue 4-2 as they play in the 8th, and Cooey does have the last rock there. Kevin Martin was eliminated from play. Manitoba, Rob Fowler was a winner over Mike McEwen earlier today, 10-6. Rob Fowler out of Brandon on the 25th anniversary of his father winning and representing Brandon for the very first time. Harry Odershaw, Brad Gushu, we told you about Newfoundland Labrador. Brad Jacobs back for a third time out of Northern Ontario. Jamie Murphy comes in with an all-rookie team. He'll be in Saskatoon. He was a 7-5 winner over Mark Dacey, the former Canadian champion. Glenn Howard, my goodness, 7 straight times now Ontario Championship, scored 1 in the 10th to beat Peter Corner. A 14th Purple Heart to tie you, of course. Mike Goody is back, Robert Desjardins. Scott Manners will be a rookie at the Brier out of Saskatchewan, and we'll see Jamie Cooey from the Northwest Territories, Yukon. So we have those 2 still to decide, Alberta, and then later today, BC will be on the ice, and it'll be Brent Pierce against Jim Cotter, and we'll update you on those scores as we welcome you back to Napanee on an exciting day. It's the final of the M&M Meatshop's Canadian Junior Men's, and of course we're going to fill out the field of the Tim Hortons Brier. 2-0 Alberta. Northern Ontario has the last rock here in 2, playing the Yellowstones.
A great deuce, really well played in by with Bottcher's 2 perfect shots. One was a wide open hit, one was a free draw, but they're absolutely letter perfect. And I like what I see of Alberta here.
All right, good.
Up. Stay close on it, eh?
Yeah.
Brennan's curled eventually.
That's true. Two-thirds, probably good.
Yeah, let's go. Firm.
Medium. Medium up.
It's a 2-point lead, Vic. Alberta went into the rings, the obligatory top of the 4-foot shot. When the corner guard went up, they actually threw a tight guard, and that's saying they want to keep going here. They want to stay in the offense. They want rocks in play, and that's the way the stats show it out. With an 84% draw percentage for the Alberta skip, he's quite comfortable with rocks in play.
The other thing, to my mind, is, you know, as skips, you play manager. You look not only at your team, but at the other team. Bottcher and Alberta seem to have gotten a handle on the ice quickly, right after practice. They had their draw weight, maybe sensing that Northern Ontario maybe doesn't have it quite yet.
Yeah, and that's an excellent point, because a lot of the teams are coached that you play the scoreboard all the time. You're 2 up. Now you want to keep it defensive here and force, but once in a while you have to think outside the box. And if you think you've got a team on the ropes, if you think you've got an advantage with some certain style of play, why not?
Pack, Lanny.
Okay, Lanny, let's go.
That's good.
Pack board. Clean. Stay close. Whoa. Clean. Clean. Yep. Hard.
This is Landon Buckles throwing the second stones for Alberta.
Hard.
Going to barely come close and not get by that guard.
Can you get it out?
Well, we talked about Alberta's dominating week. They went 11-1. Their only loss coming to Manitoba, and 16-year-old Kyle During from the West Kildonan Curling Club in Winnipeg. And then, of course, they beat Northern Ontario when they hooked up 10-3. And the reason, of course, there's so many games, one more than we traditionally see at the national championships, is because in junior play they split the Yukon and the Northwest Territories. So that's why there is the 13-team, 12-game round robin.
Hard. Joel, roll.
Roll if you can. No.
Sit.
Okay.
Set.
Northern Ontario, interestingly enough, they started off very hot, and then they lost to Yukon, Alberta, Quebec. But look what they did after that. Rattled off the 7 straight wins, and then they beat Manitoba in the semifinal. How important were those wins earlier, though, against Nova Scotia, of course, and against Manitoba in round robin, because they all finished grouped at 9-3, and those wins put them into the semi this afternoon. spills a little too far and out into the open.
Too bad they hit it exactly where they wanted to, but what they did forget was the speed. That was a hair heavier than the skipper expected it, and thus it bounces that much farther. Really good throw, lots of rotation, but just a wee bit heavier than they wanted.
It will go. Shoot. Yeah, we've done that a few times.
Evan Asmussen.
You're solid. What?
Christopher Lupin throwing the third stone for Northern Ontario.
Yep.
Beautiful soft weight coming down here. They're not overthrowing these.
Oh boy, this is breaking big time here. Now toss it, and Adams, they have to get it by the center line guard. Oh, they did. Trying to hold it now so it doesn't go through the hole. A wick and a wick and a wick and a roll, and out the back they go.
Too soft. I was giving them kudos for throwing the nice soft weight, but with that amount of ice, it wasn't nearly enough speed. They didn't panic early, so he must have hit the broom, so there was a miscommunication there, either on the ice or the amount of speed, because that really broke.
Yeah. Even 16 seconds, we'll get it there.
Okay, let's make it good.
16 seconds. That's what the Alberta's using, is from hog line to hog line. So if you put a stopwatch on right now,
seems good, eh?
16 seconds later, it's at the far hog line. That is big time fast.
Clean it. We're there. Whoa. Second weight on it.
Lots.
Actually off. Line's good. Off.
Back.
Nah.
Straight. Maybe actually through.
How
It's not
back?
coming down at all.
Really?
It's not coming down at all.
Dig in.
That's gonna be
Dig.
I got a big time too.
Yeah, that's what I kind of felt.
We came out slow.
So 16:26 usually is the thought then. Curling club ice might be what, 22, 23, something like that?
From hog line, yeah, most curling clubs would be around 22, and this would be closer to 25, maybe to even 26.
Yeah, 90's pretty close.
That's quick.
Oh,
Watch the
downhill.
finish down by the hog there.
And we've noticed that there's 3 or 4 heavy draws going the other direction, and that's the second overthrow here.
Pretty close. 7.
Line's good, guys. You got room.
Gotta go.
Go then. Line's good.
Line's good. Where? 6.
Whoa, if you can, guys. Whoa. Line's real good.
6.
Whoa, where?
We're all there.
Okay, whoa. Whoa, line's real good. Whoa. No. Off. Sit down. Whoa, no.
Leave it. That's fine.
Good.
That's all right.
Just jumped it again. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you heard the comment. Just got on that a little quick.
Now, the gentleman in the hat is Jamie Sage. He is the head ice maker for this event. Also did the event in Sorel Tracy a couple of years ago.
No, they didn't.
He was saying that this is one of the better facilities he's ever had a chance to work in, the Strathcona Paper Center. They actually have a laser level, they were telling us, on the Zamboni.
Unbelievable.
So this, as you mentioned, the ice is perfect. It's from one side to the other, one end to the other. And then if you can do that, it makes it easier to control temperature.
Exactly. Most hockey rinks are worn out by the skating, and they just keep flooding over the areas, and there's low spots, high spots. So when you go to put the circles in, this one could be on the guard. They got to get it by.
Buckles and buckles.
Oh, is that any good?
What a great bit of brushing as they take the skipper's stone right down to the pin.
They waited a long time. Most rocks have been overswept. They were patient, almost cost them, but ends up in an absolute perfect spot, dead lined up, dead buried with some backing on the button. Chance to steal a point here. Yeah, with the level surface, Vic, when you go to put the circles in, you don't have to put that much water on to level the ice out because it was level to begin with. So therefore, they have a thinner surface, less ice. If there's less ice, the temperature gauge will respond quicker. So they have much more control over it. If you have a huge slab of ice, it might take too long to get the temperature to the desired degree.
That red one's not going to go out.
Well, if you're on a yellow one, you open both sides.
Yeah, so you're going to give up the steel right now?
Oh.
Yeah, let's go, guys. Yeah, it's just, if we make the freeze, we can do the run later with less risk. Because we'll have 2 in there.
90?
90?
Yeah.
Okay. You got room.
Brennan and Wark.
Go then. Line's good. Line's real good. Yep.
Hard.
They're saying light. Doesn't look light to me.
5, 6.
Got to be careful here. Can't be deep.
Just freeze it. Lots of room. Lock it. Oh. Right off. Whoa.
Nice throw.
And right down on the corner. That's all right. Keeping you updated on that Alberta provincial final, Kevin Cooey has picked up 2 and 8. And so he leads now. Brock Virtue, both those teams curling out of Calgary. 6-2 now. Cooey on top as they play in the 9th.
Okay. I think that's fine. You do halfway or? I think higher the better. Okay. Yeah. Unless we're coming around.
No.
Okay. Just guard it.
Yeah, just guard it. It's me. We're looking for like, I don't even, like 17 seconds.
I got 17 for their first start. It's like 18.
That was 16 and a half I got.
It's like 18, dude.
Okay, let's make it good.
What did you get for my last one?
325.
Yeah,
I got 316.
Yeah, come on, so. Like 17 seconds. Please. Probably get 18 there.
Just halfway, I think. Pretty good.
Line's most important.
Can they throw on this light, Vic? They're asking halfway, which is a 2, the 2 position, halfway between the top of the 12-foot and the hog line.
Line's good. Can we just give it a bit? Well,
a little bit if you can.
Yeah, a little bit if you can.
If you can, guys.
Okay.
Where do you curl it? 2.
Switch.
2.
No.
2.
Line's
Just
good.
clean. Just clean.
Dude.
Could we go around just a little bit?
Yeah, we can go around.
Go a bit. Go a bit.
Whoa.
No. Right. That's
Yeah,
there
just
you go.
that little rub at the end.
Wow, that's snap. That's snap. Nice job.
Smart, they got the little rub, Vic. The way that was curling, it might have hit right in behind, and there would have been an outturned tap on that rock that is previously thrown by Wark.
What?
Nice throw. I think that ran. If anything coming this way,
Probably best chances at red. One he just threw. You can't even see nose though. I don't even think we're
This
getting
one you
one
can't
of this.
even.
No, if you stick it here, and then all 3 of these go.
Yeah.
All right, that's okay. Yeah. And then if this hits this thin enough, it might stuff. All right, maybe. Right there.
Pretty much 3/4, eh?
Firm.
Okay.
Right there.
Is that good?
Yeah.
The only way this is going to work is actually stick this yellow one that's being raised right dead on. You want to save that one.
Yeah.
Then the yellow one that you've raised is long gone, and hopefully the red goes. You'll probably lose this one also, so you might score a single here. The other option is to get a little lucky by coming straight down and get that red one. Just run it straight back and pick that red one out of there. That's the only 2 options here.
Wow, then they're both tough. Final stone here in 2. Alberta leading 2-0. They're sitting 1.
That's
Looking to steal 1. Is going to come back for him. Got to come up, and it will not. Little tap of the red means it's 1 more for Alberta here in the 2nd. The Alberta women won last night. Alberta men are off to a great start here in Napanee. Well, let's go back to 1999. The Canadian juniors were played in Kelowna. Ontario's John Morris was playing Jeff Richard of BC. And in the 5th, Morris able to score a deuce to take a 3-2 lead. And then in the 10th, with Ontario up 7-3, Morris running Richard out of rocks. Interestingly enough, Richard is on the ice tonight with Brent Pierce trying to win a BC title. John Morris following up his 89 junior win with another title in 1999. Welcome back to Napanee, Ontario, the Strathcona Paper Centre. This is the home of the Napanee Raiders of the Ontario Empire Junior C League.
Okay, Bryce.
Beautiful facility. They've got 2 NHL-size arenas here. They've got one that seats about 1,000 people, the other one a couple of hundred. It opened in 2004. It is 3-0, Alberta leading. They scored 2 with the hammer. The first stole 1 in 2, and now here in 3, Northern Ontario once again has the last rock. They have the hammer playing the yellow stones.
It's a good way. It's like
Joel brought one in a little deep there. He'd love to have that one back. And again, it's a theme. The ice is quicker, but you can't make that excuse forever. These are the 2 best teams in the country, and they got to make that adjustment. And he'd love that one back, because now there isn't any guards to play with. Always remember when a rock slides into the rings like that and you want it short, you weren't just 2 feet heavy because it went into the 12-foot. You were 8 feet heavy because you didn't utilize your brush.
Good weight. Yeah. Look at you, center.
Ice this fast, you can probably drag it close to 8 feet.
Gotta go a bit. Yep. Hard. Get off the line. Hard. Keep it going. Keep it moving.
Even less.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be less.
Middle of 4. Real good, bud. You don't have to overthrow it.
Clean.
Whoa. Never
Whoa.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Did you catch it?
Landon Buckles.
Okay.
He'll kill his own, leaving the
Pretty good.
Northern Ontario guard
Straight there.
out in front and covering the edge of the 4-foot.
He's just kind of.
Yeah, popped
You
it
could
out.
see it moved out an inch.
Gotta be smoother.
Sorry, Landon.
Sorry, bud. It's all right.
Now, Landon did throw that wide, and there are no excuses. That should be made all the time. But both teams are talking about this spot with much less curl than they had during the week. And again, because of the lights, they tend to save the pebble. They tend to cut the brine down a little bit. It makes the floor colder. It makes the rocks run straighter. And there's definitely less curl here than there was before. They've just taken about 2.5 feet ice to get by this guard.
Go. Hard.
Great chance for Northern Ontario down 3-0, but they got to get it by their own first. Big scrub. No, not quite.
Okay, that's fine.
Good.
That really is, even though that is straight there, that they just didn't have the speed.
Well, it's there, but you're
you don't
probably
wanna
going to
pop 'em
either
in,
leave
though,
this
either.
one or stuff it and leave your shooter over here anyways.
Yeah. Let's make it.
I don't hate the outturn, just the draw.
No, rip it, Brendan.
Okay.
Let's make it.
A third of a rock, Lanny.
Yeah. For good, bud. Okay, Lanny.
So Landon Buckles has a chance to make him enter.
Hard.
Interesting.
Real
I said
hard.
to you during the break, I thought
Hard.
Northern Ontario, one of the things you said
Go, Bryce.
in your
Go, Bryce.
game
Go,
plan
go,
was
Bryce.
Northern Ontario needs
That's
to
good,
keep
Lanny.
it clean, keep it a little bit more wide open, and maybe they were guilty in those first 2 ends of not doing that. Right there's an example
didn't
of
wanna do the
Alberta,
same thing.
rather than going around saying,
Yeah.
let's get rid of at least one.
Yeah, exactly. And they, this team can hit too. They wouldn't be 11-1 if they couldn't. And they're playing the scoreboard. The double peel was there. They're hoping to get them both and roll out of play. So there is a chance here now. Now we see where the broom is. See if there's any adjustment on this side. We haven't been out this far on this side. There still should be some fresh pebble. This should curl.
Right. Line's all right. Work. Hard then. Switch.
These rocks are so aggressive. They've got such a rough surface to the running edge that
Line only.
they've grabbed the pebble. So long as there's some pebble out there, it'll curl.
Whoa. 6. Line's good.
Great throw.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Good.
Good throw.
Then if you just peel it, that's fine.
Make sure that you have red go.
Peel. Yeah, I'll be on it.
Now, you'd love to run this straight back, but this can cause a two-ender in a real big hurry. If you just barely miss this run back, you might not have enough speed to roll out.
Close.
No.
Evan Asmussen.
No.
Very nice.
Oh, he'll make it. The run back.
Great throw.
Interesting that Evan is the new member of this team. For 7 years, he played against Brendan Bottcher. And then when they made the move at third and had to find a replacement, he made the phone call. He phoned Brendan and said, if you're looking for somebody, I'm willing to move to Edmonton to play with you. He's a native of Manning, Alberta. Wanted to say hello to everybody in Manning. That's about 2.5 hours north of Grand Prairie in the Peace Country. So hello to everybody in Manning from Evan Asmussen.
We're good. We have to go a little bit.
Low line, guys. Well, wait till the end.
6 still.
Oh, you don't have to go.
7.
You don't have to. Yep.
Finish if you can.
Bury it.
Yep.
Bury it.
Yep.
Good throw.
Okay, it's all good. Just hack.
From a peel to hack weight. To think speed here, kick out the right speed. Give it to the brushers.
Yeah. Hard.
That's tight.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, they picked him up quickly. Landon and Bryce Buckles.
Hard, guys.
Yeah. Whoa. 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 Just split the guard.
They are all over it.
Go, 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 go. Okay. All the way, Bryce.
Great awareness, Vic, after they missed it. I'm a firm believer that you really have to be sharp on the missed shots and the plan Bs, the audibles. And once they decided that it missed, instead of keep sweeping, hoping for some miracle to get it by, they were smart enough to elbow, wreck, and roll that corner guard out of play. Otherwise, Northern Ontario loops one around that corner guard, a chance for maybe more than two.
Just 7. I know. Look at them all there, guys.
7.
This will be the final year of junior play for Chris Lupin.
Wait only.
He's a former skip himself, playing third. He won in Northern Ontario a Bantam Championship a number of years ago.
Even them up. Yep.
Nicely done to split the rings. Hoping to get a couple back here in the third.
Keep an eye on this as the game goes along. That broom, the skip with the broom almost on the edge of the forefoot there. Earlier in the week, that would have hit the sideboards. That would have gone right off the sheet. We had almost 6 feet of curl inside out. He only allowed 3.5 to maybe maximum 4 feet for that draw, so it's definitely changed.
Even like a nose, get it higher. Yeah.
Straighter.
All right.
Yeah, it is straighter, and straighter usually means faster too, and that's what we've seen. If any of the missed shots here so far have been a little deep.
Make it good. Yeah. You can roll to like the 8 foot.
We've played in a lot of these events, like some of the top, you know, the senior curlers, you know, the Martins, the Gushues, and all those different teams. They've already got that figured out before they get here, and that makes such a big advantage in a big game like this.
Hard! Real hard! 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 Okay. Fine. It's good now. Sorry, Brennan. It'll be high enough for the double now. Nice shot. I just messed up.
Sorry, I just got a little crossed up to you.
Yeah, we probably could afford to take a little bit more ice on that, to shave more. Leave it a bit.
Well, I like nosing as opposed to rolling out.
No, absolutely.
If he noses this, we'll have a run at it.
Said it all there. You're better to hit it dead on and then try too hard for the double and roll out, because then Wark just splits the house with a free draw, and there's no opportunity for a double. There should be an opportunity for a double here unless they roll a long way, and if you try to roll, you might roll right out.
Whoa, guys, nothing.
Curl up.
A two-time high school curling championship. And he'll roll it away. Very nice shot. Brennan Wark. You know, we talk about curling running in the family. People will remember his aunt and uncle. His aunt is Tracy Kennedy, a two-time Canadian and a world champion with Heather Houston. His uncle is Bruce Kennedy, who won a Canadian and world championship playing with Al Hackner. Final stone for Alberta and Brendan Bottcher.
Whoa. No. Whoa. No. Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Off.
Clean.
Fine.
And he'll hang it on the edge of the 8. So forces Northern Ontario and Wark to come get him for his deuce.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's good.
Big shot here. It's not the hardest shot in the world, and Brennan would make this on a Tuesday night at the club 99% of the time, but you have to follow the Alberta team. That you have to think about the speed they just threw. It's not like you get a practice shot at it, so it's all about throwing the right speed here.
And, you know, when you talk about the club, well, the club is Port Arthur in Thunder Bay, but he does play, this team does play in the Thunder Bay Men's League, so they're getting some pretty good experience.
Fantastic.
On a weekly or a bi-weekly basis. Looking for 2 here in the third.
Whoa.
Come up a hair.
Oh, don't give him away. Don't give points away. Don't give him away. Oh, and he just hangs it on the edge. For the deuce here in 3. It's a one-point game. Alberta will have the hammer when we come back. He's just 16 years of age. Kyle Doring from the West Kildonan Curling Club in Winnipeg, picking up the bronze medal, lost early today in the semifinal. But people are talking about this. This was last year's Winter Games in Halifax. Doring now is 50, and he's throwing, looking to make a triple takeout. Watch these.
This thing comes down a lot of speed, one on the other, just feathers a piece of that, slides it to the hole. 6
We're 6, and people are still talking about it, and he is a star on YouTube. Kyle Doring. Yeah, he's Kathy Gauthier was saying that he's got a wonderful, wonderful future. And as you say, he's 16 with Colton Lott. They're both 16. Derek Oriniak and Lucas Vandenbosch are just 17. So that team is going to, we'll likely see them, I would think, maybe once, twice more here. As we continue on with our coverage of the 2012 M&M Meatshops Canadian Juniors. That's a big 2 for Northern Ontario in the third. Here in 4, Alberta leading by 1. The team from the Saville Sports Centre in Edmonton once again does have the last rock. They have the hammer playing the Red Storms.
Yeah, young Kyle Doring from Manitoba actually was the only loss on the Alberta schedule. And, an impressive win, beat them pretty easily. And, they were hoping to get here to get another crack at him.
I don't want to wait. Corner guards aren't curling. They're not curling it out.
There it is. Corner guards aren't curling.
All right.
It's straightened right out, and it happens so many times in these big games.
Well, if we could.
I think it's off, guys.
Thankfully,
It's not bad.
Line's good.
It's all there, though, guys. It's all there, though.
It's clean.
Line's great.
Oh, it's pretty good, Brendan.
Okay.
That tilt's okay. I won't try and say second.
If it's there, you can go a foot behind.
You want this rock deeper than the red one that's in the rings, otherwise you're going to set up a double.
Yeah, hard. Hard. Go, Lanny. Go. Hard. Go. Very good, Bryce.
Okay. Sure. 5. Sounds good. 95? Oh, yeah. Yep.
Good shot.
That's the only problem with playing that, though.
Yeah, probably gonna go. 4, 5. 5? Okay, 5's good. Hey, whoa. Gotta curl a bit. Gotta go a bit. Oh, real heavy. Whoa. You gotta go a bit. Whoa. Oh, we should be good. Close. Okay. Whoa, just 5. Gotta curl. Close. We're good. Whoa. Line only. Whoa. Right off. Go around. Bouncing off. Behind? 6, yeah. Yeah, 7, hard. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Hard. Whoa. Sit down. Okay. Sec. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Okay. First shot.
This slide. Huh? What are you thinking?
I don't hate this.
Yeah. It's not terrible.
What do you want to do?
Yep.
Just to
Just T-line.
Freeze to the yellow?
No. Just T-line.
Yeah.
Okay.
The yellow's back 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just T-line line.
Just 16 seconds?
Yeah. 16.
There he is.
You could run the 2 yellows. You're one up with the hammer here. You don't want to get too fancy, but that's Bottcher's style. He's drawn so well, and I think that factors into your strategy. When the skip's that confident, he wants to play the finesse game.
Got a bit of room, too.
Yeah,
They don't want this deep. That's the only thing they can do wrong here is be heavy.
Well, it's not bad.
No.
Whoa.
There, dude.
Close.
Not bad.
Whoa. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, hard.
We gotta go.
Hard. Real hard. Go. Hard.
Whoa.
Sorry, bud.
All the way.
Get it back there.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Damn it,
This wasn't as heavy.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
First real mistake out of the brushing for the Alberta team. They thought that was deep, and they let it crash, and they would have loved to get that by, because now there's a chance to roll to the inside for Northern Ont.
Just watch it.
Yeah. Maybe more. Just there. 85.
Well, this red rock's wide open. You could easily throw more weight at it, but I love the call. Just throw it soft. The softer the weight, the more time you have to brush it. It makes you that much a better player. The guard doesn't come into play this way. You should get maximum curl with this weight.
Pretty good top.
Kyle Tossett throwing the second stones for Northern Ontario.
Here it comes.
8, 9. Whoa, we gotta get it over. Gotta get to inside. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Jump.
Yeah, yellow. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just peel it clean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if we hit this one, we might get unlucky back there.
Okay.
Let's get this one.
You might get unlucky. You might get lucky also. If you hit that top one thin enough, about, I'd say, a third of a rock, the second yellow could hit the third yellow and get every yellow moving. It hits it thin enough.
Well, clean.
Landon Buckles.
Oh, clean. Very nice landing. Good.
Good job, Landon.
We're still shot, so.
Yeah.
We hear Linda talk all the time about when to bail out, and that was good timing. He thought about doing it the shot previous, but now there's 3 reds in play, Vic, and just that simple peel changes the rules here. Northern Ontario has to be careful here without hammer.
I don't even mind hack, but.
Hack? Yeah.
Okay.
70?
It's going to be tight.
Okay.
Yeah, 70.
Even if this shot's made, there's 3 yellow rocks grouped right together.
Solid hack. Lots of weight.
Okay, well.
Lots of weight. Bumper down.
Whoa.
Close.
Close.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hard.
Whoa.
Whoa. Real close. Whoa.
Adams on the left, toss it on the right. And the flip inside. Very nice. You know, we often say, before we do just, it's over. The Alberta final. Kevin Cooey, the 2010 Canadian World Champion, is the Alberta champion with the win over Brock Virtue. So as we look at the field now, Cooey and Glenn Howard are the only former Canadian champions in the field. Alberta still to be decided. We'll update you as we get those scores.
All we got to do is tap it.
BC, pardon me, still to be decided.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay.
And then look at them all lined up. Corners peeking out. But how often we say you can do so much more if you just take something off the stone, give it to the brushers rather than doing it all yourself.
Exactly, and that's what set up this miss is the Northern Ontario team to a beautiful soft weight, got to the inside, and it forced the mistake out of the Alberta Vice, and he did exactly what you said, the opposite. He overthrew it. He took the brushers right out of the play, and that was a huge mistake. You make that good. You get rid of 2. There's a lonely yellow rock in there, a chance to score a multiple score, possibly 3. Now you're looking at 2 buried rocks with 2 guards.
3, 4, 5. Gotta go. Hard.
Got to get it by.
Hard. Oh. That's good plan B.
Right in to shit 3. Northern Ontario's hitting 3 without last rock. Curious how this has changed around this game.
Turned in a hurry, it really did. And we talked about Alberta being the really aggressive team with better draw. There's a couple of real nice shots here by Northern Ontario. This is actually makeable. They're all kind of lined up. You can actually make all 4 of them go here.
Yeah, real hard.
Yeah.
Just a little off center. They could all fly.
Hard.
Evan Asmussen.
Hard.
Whoa. No.
Yeah.
Another way.
And he'll drive it by. Shooter rolls over and will just spin back and grab the edge of the 12.
Okay. Over 4 seconds, probably.
Okay. That piece is there,
Evan like both those back, a little wide on the outturn, narrow on the inturn, and some curlers get patterns that way, and maybe for Evan, everything goes a little to the right side, and the skip has to be careful where to put the broom. The plus for Alberta here is those 3 in the middle, if you hit it perfect with a lot of weight, it's almost like hitting 1 rock. They could all fly, so with 2 reds on the corners, this has to be a perfect guard. We talked about less curl. They're taking 5.5 feet. That's more than they needed at the far end. See if this finishes.
Easy now.
Line's okay.
Might have to bring it a bit. Gotta go probably half. Go.
Okay, go then.
Right to the line.
Right to center, guys.
Hard, guys.
Brennan Wark in his first.
Hard. Right to the line, boys.
Go, guys. Hard.
Hard.
Oh, they got to keep it alive to get it to Barry.
Hard to the line.
Go, hard.
Right now the stones are still wide open. They got everything they could out of that. Still a little long. Maybe he can still get there.
Yeah, I think so. And get 2 of them for sure.
And they kept this alive probably a couple of feet more than it
for sure
really should have.
Stinch more up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good, Brennan.
Joel Adams.
Now, we haven't played this spot. The out turn going down to the spot, Alberta actually wrecked and set up the 2-ender for Northern Ontario. So it should finish pretty good. If he catches a piece of the line on release, it'll be all over the guard.
Brendan Bottcher. Alberta does have the last rock.
Okay, clean.
Okay.
And they're going to catch that center line guard.
Wow. You wanted to go the other way. You wanted to make some yellows move. A nice chance to make a better guard here.
Sorry, Brendan. I got us in big trouble here.
Evan Asmussen apologizing for his 2 throws.
Gonna have to put up that one.
Huh?
Or just draw. Probably just draw.
Probably just draw, yeah.
Oh, yeah, backing.
Yeah.
So already thinking ahead, Russ,
Right the center.
that Brennan Wark might just put on a pretty good guard here, and what would be left, straight draw to the lid.
I'd be taking a long look at the peel weight hit off his own red and run it into the pile. That might be easier than drawing the pin against 3.
Might have to finish it.
Here farther.
Okay, go a bit now. Yep.
Now the line's the same here, Vic. It's every bit as wide, but this one's going to come 6 feet farther, so it should curl right to the line.
Okay, whoa, then.
Easy.
Finish it a bit at the end. Yep.
Whoa. Good end, boys.
Well, it's interesting. He hasn't even looked at that stone. The one you're speaking of is the one on the edge of the 8 at around 2 o'clock.
Exactly. It's definitely makeable to get this rock right here, Vic. You could throw a peel weight. You don't really have to hit too much more than half of that rock to slide it in here, and you actually have 3 catchers. You can come in at different angles and definitely eliminate them down to 1 or 2. This is no gimme. Now, we know he's the best drawer in the field at 84%, so this is his gut feel, so it's not wrong. And this is what we tend to do. You tend to second guess all the time after it's over. Your game's over, and the coach says, well, why didn't you hit? And he said, well, that's because I can draw. So this is what he wants to play. More power to him.
And Asmussen has put the brush down out in the middle of the 12-foot, drawing against 3. And he needs a good chunk of the button. Leading by 1 here in the 4th.
It's starting to curl.
Here they go. Landon and Bryce. Buckles.
No.
Right to it. Grab the pin. And oh, it may have just spun too far. Going to have a look. Asmussen agrees it is 1. He cut him down to 1. Northern Ontario with the steal. We're all even at 3 in this men's final of the M&M Meatshops Canadian Juniors. Northern Ontario with a steal of 1, and Christopher Lupin, the 3rd from the Port Arthur Curling Club, has a lot to do with it.
Well, Jocelyn Peterman, Alberta's women's team, made a hit and roll for a score of 4 that broke that game open, and this was even a better shot in my opinion because it was the weight that was thrown, the choice here. I talked before they threw it, they could have thrown hacked aboard to normal. They decided to throw the soft weight, barely gets the inside roll because of that. That's what set up the steal, that rock right there.
The key shot is brought to you by Scotty's Facial Tissue, stylish designs for any room. 3-0 Alberta led, 2 and a steal of 1, but look what Northern Ontario has done. They reply with their own deuce and a single. We're tied at 3, so here in 5, once again, it will be Alberta. It does have the last rock. They have the hammer playing the Redstones.
Spectacular end from Northern on. I talked earlier about Alberta being the aggressive team, and it would be smart to be aggressive. Well, they were beating at their own game that end, Vic. Some nice soft shots on the out-turn side by Northern Ontario put a lot of pressure on Alberta. Actually, a great shot by Brendan to keep the steal down to 1 as opposed to possibly 3. It was a great shot.
Yep. Just 6. Yep.
Oh, where?
6.
Off. Good.
Fine, good Rachel.
Make it good.
It's your out turn.
Love to make the double, but you have to hang around. If you don't hang around, Alberta will probably have no chance to score 2 points here.
Hard, hard, guys, hard, hard. We got it. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Bryce
whoa,
Buckles.
whoa, off. Whoa, whoa, off, curl.
Okay, Bryce.
Hey, Bryce.
I guess we should have
We
gone.
got a bit of a break there because he could nearly spilled it behind the corner.
Yeah, true. But more importantly, hung around, and that's good because it forces Northern Ontario to a defensive shot as opposed to an offensive shot, and that's the key. It's no different than other sports where you keep your opponent on the defense all the time. They're not going to score too many.
Good hair here.
Yeah.
Good hair.
Keep it air up there.
Control.
Hair up.
Oh.
Yep. Hard, hard. Really hard. Hard. Go, boys. Go hard. Hard. Hard.
Take any roll.
Okay, well, that's nice. Okay,
Yeah,
good
good
throw.
Just the simple things by Alberta hanging around on that double. That yes, they didn't make it, they jammed it, but they stayed. Now it forced Northern Ontario to hit it. They didn't roll back in the ring, so now there's 2 corner guards that are usable later in the end for Alberta here.
Okay, Lonnie, make it good.
Medium.
Clean. Close.
Clean.
Whoa.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Close.
Whoa.
Yep.
Clean.
Yep. Hard. Hard, guys. Hard. You got it.
They do.
Okay.
Just couldn't get the roll.
You still like control, same weight? Control. Yeah, is that good?
Same weight.
That was good control, yeah.
We'll probably hair up.
Hair less.
Hair less. Close.
Hair soft.
Close. Right off. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Go the other way.
Yeah, they're not going to get the inside roll now.
Whoa.
Yep.
Fine.
Okay.
Pretty tight ice they're taking here, Vic. I know it's straighter today, but to get a roll here, this only has to curl about 4 inches. Almost made it the first
Hair
time.
more. Clean.
More weight this time. This should run straighter.
Whoa. Close.
Close. Clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Close.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Now trying to jump to the outside. And
It just didn't snap. Fine, Lonnie.
they roll and think they may have lost it.
Yeah, just overthrew that one. Probably was as close to the broom as you'll ever get, but just gave it that extra shove.
Terrible.
Just a hair up, eh?
5-6. Okay. Yeah, 99.
Well-coached teams, Vic, you see them communicating afterwards. Instead of walking back with your tail between your legs, he wanted to know why, and the front end was honest. They said, look, I think you're just a hair up, a little extra weight. That's why it didn't finish, and you'll know next time.
He made the key shot in that steal of one, Christopher Lupin.
5-6.
Oh, lots of room.
Coming down.
Mine's good. Yep. Yeah, go, guys. Yep.
Where? Hard.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hard.
Really gotta go.
Hard line, guys. Hard.
Hard line. Hard. Gus, fill it.
Trying to wrap it around their own.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, now they're overlapped.
I grabbed some.
Yeah, good point, Vic. They're saying that might have caught
That's
something.
74 on it.
Yeah, 374. That's what they're saying. 74. You add the 3 from back line to hog. 374. The way the ice started off, that should have been plenty of weight. That's what the stopwatch does for you. It reconfirms. Now here we go. Earlier in the week, 6 feet of curl here. This broom position would put the rock into the 12-foot, into the red circle in the edge. They're taking the same ice to put it in the 8-foot here, so that's a good foot and a half less curl.
No.
Evan Asmussen.
Line's good.
It's not really coming down again.
It's got to be above the tee line.
No, I don't think it is.
Curl at the end, Bryce.
Let's go, buddy. Let's go.
Yeah. Hard. Hard. All the way. Hard, Bryce. Hard.
Go.
It's good.
The finish is there, but it's back. Edge of the 8-foot.
It's just so tough staying above the tee.
Behind the tee line. I'm just curious here.
It's a bit deeper.
Hey, yeah.
From a strategy standpoint, I know you'd like to go behind your own, but because those rocks are overlapped, would you not think about going behind, I realize, your opposition stones?
Yeah, you could. No, you definitely could, Vic. I think the only reason they didn't was because it's a little bit closer, those two yellows, so you have less time to bury.
Okay.
But I also think you're right, because I think there's more curl on that in-turn side. They're having a heck of a time getting these out-turns to finish. Here's another one. This is heavy at all. It's going right by it because it's not finishing. So I think, to your point, I think the in-turn would be the smarter call.
Christopher Lupin will go deep, and he'll stop it back 12-foot.
I feel for both teams. It's tough for us to show it on television, but you go from 6 feet of curl and you throw thousands of rocks all week and practicing and all those games, and all of a sudden there's 4.5, 5 feet, and it's hard to get it in the old noggin.
Slow, I think, hey, Bryce?
7.
We're close, guys. A little bit.
A little bit.
Whoa.
Line's great.
Whoa.
Buy off.
No.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
They could ever hide when you're in front of the tee line. It would be a serious chance for 3.
Okay. Off, and then we'll finish it. Once it's house.
Close.
It's not yet.
Close.
Not yet. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they will tuck about a half a stone behind, but you're right. There isn't the kind of break there that we saw yesterday.
Not at all. You couldn't throw that any better, and I was impressed with the patience at the front end. They waited and they waited and they waited some more before they swept it at the end, trying to get the max curl.
Pretty good.
Yeah, throw like hack. Just hack. Yeah.
Get to what half?
Hack and bumper.
Okay.
Tough shot. Yes, you can see a small half, but with this lack of curl, that makes that a little bit tougher target.
Hack. Okay.
Roll up, maybe.
Is that 65-ish? Max, close 65. Hack with it. 65.
Solid hack.
Yep.
Skip stones here in the 5th of a 3-3 tie. Joel Adams and Kyle Thompson right away. Right away.
Boy, did they ever straighten that out? This could roll right behind your staggered guards.
And there it goes. One more turn, and it's a beauty. Slips in behind the tee line, but it is shot rock back 4.
What a great throw. That is way harder than it looked. It looked like it was on the guard all the way down, but it's so straight there. Their brushes kept it from getting by and just rolls to the perfect spot.
Sweep it a little and we'll just tap it. That's right.
Are we just playing the freeze?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a shot. It's a third open, but...
If line's good, we'll hit it a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, just play the threes like 320. 320.
You can see the broom position just outside the edge of the 4. The rock's fully in the 4, so this is less than 4 feet of curl.
Yeah. Let's make it good.
Again, if you're here all week, that wouldn't be close to getting by those yellow staggered guards earlier in the week. Nice adjustment by these young teams.
Okay, line's good.
Okay.
We're there. See, play the tap.
Close.
No.
Whoa.
Close.
Whoa. Close. Whoa.
They'd love to tap this out, Vic, and sit too, but it's got to curl first.
Close. Yeah.
Now here they go. Bryce on the left. Landon on the right. The Buckles boys get it by. They did. Now they're called out by Asmussen. Right to the face. Push it back. Not quite far enough. They're sitting one with last rock here in the 5th.
That finished a lot better than the out-turn side. They weren't even worried on line, and all of a sudden it took off across the center line and well brushed just to get it by. Then they were kind of caught in no man's land. Do you angle freeze and keep an angle, or do you tap that yellow back and try to sit 2?
In between, were you okay with the 12 foot, 8 foot kind of weight? It's a good shot. I mean, like, he's got to make this pistol, right?
Yeah, or else you just have the draw, right?
No, that's right, yeah. Even then, if he's cornering it to get
Just
shot, he
need a
probably
foot.
can still play the same weight and do the exact same thing, right?
Yeah.
Cross face a little bit.
Yeah, 90, 85, 90. 85, 90 should be good.
You can see the danger if you're a little deep, and that has been the miss for both teams here today. If they are missing anything, it's a shade deep. You bounce off, there'll be a yellow double, a pretty easy yellow double to score a possible 3.
One only. Not bad. Where? 7, 8. 8. Close.
8's not the number they want. They want 6 or 7 here. 8
all,
means it's heavy.
Where? Whoa. Whoa. All there. Whoa. All there. Freezing. Whoa.
Line's good.
Yeah. Hard. Go, guys. Go.
Breaking for them now.
Hard.
Adams. Toss it. And not quite far enough. And so it will be a draw for 2 here in 5 for Alberta.
That's a shame, the well-thrown rock, and I think they were listening to what we were saying in the back of their heads. If they're deep, they're in big trouble. So they missed it the right way, but it still turned out to be a miss and a chance for 2 for Alberta.
That was back call? Okay.
Yeah, we're looking for 320.
Okay.
We can get
What
it
did you
there.
get on that one?
That was
like 305?
Yeah, 305.
Okay.
We need like 320, 350.
Now this team's fooling you if you're
It's a
following
hair
along
up,
with the
we can try
stopwatches.
to
They're
just
using a
just
different
walk
length of
slow.
time. They're going from the button from the tee line to the hog line, which is a shorter distance. That's why their number's lower. Northern Ontario's using numbers like 3.9, and these guys are using 320s because it's a shorter distance.
Alberta scored the first 3. They've given up the last 3. And now,
gotta go,
before
Logan.
the
Gotta go.
break,
Yeah,
they have a
gotta
chance
go.
to take a 2-point lead.
Grace.
Final stone here.
Hard, guys, go.
Brendan
Hard,
Bottcher.
line's great.
Hard, you gotta go.
Hard. Hard.
The Buckles boys again called on. They got to grab the button. Got to drag it there, fellas. Got to get it a little bit more. And they do. Alberta will score 2. They stop the bleeding. And they have a 5-3 lead.
The M&M Meatshop's Canadian Juniors is brought to you by Tim Hortons' new lattes, made with premium espresso.
The Alberta champions out of the Saville Sports Centre, Brendan Bottcher and their coach, Bernie Pench. Looking to pick up a win. What you order in, boys? What it came in? What is that? Somebody make a delivery? Let's go back to 1997. Selkirk, Manitoba. Brian Keene's Alberta team playing John Morris of Ontario and Scott Pfeiffer throwing the 4th rocks. Great shot in the 6th to score 2, and then that was it as it went to an extra end where Morris couldn't make it as he comes up short. 6-5 the final as Alberta wins the 97 Canadian Junior Championship. Alberta with the most men's junior titles since 1950, 15. As you look at the recent history, Braden Moskowy, who won last year, Brett Gallant from PEI, they've now made very successful moves to men's play. Moskowy was in the Saskatchewan Playdowns, and Brett Gallant lost the final in PEI. And Charlie Thomas, he's the last winner for Alberta in 2007. Northern Ontario's last winner was Jeff Curry back in 1996. And so that's what Northern Ontario and Brennan Wark are trying to do, trying to win for the first time since Curry in 1996.
The M&M Meatshop's Canadian Juniors is brought to you by Scotty's Facial Tissue. Stylish designs for any room. By Capital One. What's in your wallet? And by Ford, official automotive partner of the Canadian Curling Association.
Alberta, Northern Ontario in this men's junior final. Alberta with the early advantage, and they scored the 2 to take a 5-3 lead. Midway through this men's championship. Let's check the numbers after 5.
Well, 75-69 team percentages are awfully close. This only halfway through, but a couple of big shots stand out for me, and they're both from the skipper, Brennan. We talked about his great draw weight, 84% of the week, the best overall, but the draw against 3, cutting him down to 1, even though it was a steal and you probably get 0 for that shot, that was a big, big shot, and then a great draw for 2 here and a freeze with his first one. 3 great in-turn draws that put them ahead.
The numbers after 5 brought to you by Tim Hortons. It's time for Tim's. Welcome back to Napanee, Ontario on this Sunday night. Alberta with a 2-point lead. And here in 6, it is Northern Ontario from the Port Arthur Curling Club that have the last walk. They have the Hammer playing the Yellowstones.
Tight.
Brennan Wark moved the broom over a little bit for that corner guard, Vic, and they got it out a little bit wider, and they had trouble with that coming this way 2 ends ago.
Well, we got to curl up.
Bryce Buckles is in his 2nd year of science studies at the University of Alberta.
Well, it's just buddy. Curling. Curl. Whoa, never.
Curl.
It's not bad, Bryce. That's
okay,
fine.
Bryce. That's fine.
Control.
Yep.
Control.
Soft control.
Oh.
Joel studies at Confederation College.
Whoa. Right off.
Right off.
Right
Pops
off.
out of here. Yeah, you slid inside and poked that out.
Yeah, he pops.
Okay.
He's a nose that.
Interesting release here with this shot here. Just as they went to let that one go, the front end said soft control weight. In other words, he'd underthrowed it, and he gave it a bit of a shove just at the end, and that's what caused all the problems there. A little bit of coaching before it was let go.
Clean. You have it. You got it.
We got it. But
we got Casper off.
Okay, good.
Scary spot.
Good.
Job, Landon.
Joel would have loved that one back, the hit and roll out too, the one that the front end was commenting on, because you had to hang around. There's the obvious reason right there. Team with that 2 points, they've got control of the scoreboard. They just walk up, peel off that corner guard, and without a complete miss, there's very little chance to get your 2 points.
All there. In?
Kyle is in his 2nd year of aircraft maintenance at Confederation College. In fact, he works part-time as a ramp attendant for Bearskin Airlines in Thunder Bay.
Sit. That's good.
Right. Sit.
Oh, curling.
Okay.
What a bit.
Sure, good, bud. Yeah.
Firm. Yeah, real hard. Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard. Hard. Yes. Hard.
Roll it, Bryce.
Hard,
Anything.
Bryce. Go.
Come on, laddie.
Okay.
Come on.
Let's go medium, bud.
You.
Not terrible.
I know.
Through that.
You want to try hit and roll, or do you want to draw?
I don't mind
It's
the draw.
not terrible, and you're trying to make the best of maybe a bad situation, because if you're Northern Ontario, you're looking for things to come around, aren't you?
Well, yeah, and we just said, there's no chance of getting a 2 unless there's a complete miss. That really technically is a complete miss. You've changed colors, so you at least raise that rock, and it is close enough to be raisable, but in all intents and purposes, it's a complete miss, because it's a nice chance to bury one here for Northern Ont, get their deuce.
Whoa. Where? Yep. Whoa. Line. Whoa. Clean. Whoa, line's good. Whoa. 6, 7. Line only. Whoa.
All there.
Okay, whoa.
Finish.
Whoa. Line only. Yep.
Yeah. Finish it hard.
Go back. 7.
Yep. Back.
Oh.
The NHL on TSN continues tomorrow. The Sharks will play in Washington to face the Capitals. Coverage at 7:30 Eastern. on TSN2 and TSN Mobile TV, the Napanee River. We want to thank the organizing committee headed by Stephen Paul. They've done a wonderful job. They hosted the Ontario Tankard a couple of years ago, and it was quite the success. Next year, just up the road, about a half an hour, 25 minutes in Kingston, Ontario, the Ontario Scotties will be played, the Ontario Women's Championship. And we wish them all the best of luck. And of course, Napanee is the home of Avril Lavigne.
Yep.
And
this is fun.
Do you have any Avril Lavigne favorite songs?
Oh, for sure. Skater Boy, I'm With You. Don't Tell Me. There's so many, Vic. Girlfriend. When you're gone.
Really? I thought you were more of a hot guy. You didn't mention hot.
It's true. Well, Complicated would be better than the
Complicated
hot.
was the big hit, of course. That was the breakout hit for Avril.
Whoa. Roll. Good throw.
Your wife Wendy is at home going, I don't know him. You've changed.
Roll over, it's not bad.
Like peel or firm?
Yeah, no, you got to throw peel.
Okay. Let's make it good.
It's pretty flat.
Mentioned that Evan has moved to Edmonton and is in the at the University of Alberta in his third year of human ecology.
Try up. It's okay, Ev. Okay, come on. Come on, pick her up.
Great try at the double there, well thrown, lots of rotation. That gives you that big bounce when they hit each other. It's almost like a gear effect. When it's spinning in that direction, you get a little more kick. But in the perfect world, Evan would have loved to just hit and stay there, or at least roll towards the center, make the next double a little easier. The next double might not be a double if they get this in the right spot.
8. See you guys. Back 8. Line's good. 8. Go, guys. 5. 8. That's 8. 4. Okay, 4 is better than. So you gotta go now. Hard. Whoa, then whoa. Hard.
You saw that Chris Lupin is a geology student at Lakehead University. In fact, he's already working part-time as a student geologist for Premier Gold Mines.
Should have left it short. Yeah, I didn't know where I was going to stop. That was good.
Even though this is an 8-foot double, it's pretty natural. You love as a thrower to be aiming at half a rock. You don't like to be looking at much less than that unless you whiff it right by. So this is about half a rock, and I think it's going to be an in-turn here.
Probably just rolling over on top.
Yeah, there it is there. That's almost a natural. If you were, so the way to think this one out as a player is I'm hitting the object rock. I'm just trying to hit half of it, so they both split equidistantly. This will be really close to making it. Now he's going to throw the in-turn. Teams have changed over the years. We used to always throw the out-turn here to get a higher roll, but you have less spin, you have less action. Throwing the in-turn here with that gear effect, you'll get a lot of roll.
Bottcher in his first, and now the explosion and over, and the action, and not quite enough to push it out.
Sorry, Brendan.
Just a fraction overswept.
Damn it.
Underswept, I'm sorry.
First.
But he had it.
You know,
I never thought we were going over the top.
No,
I don't know, maybe I'm seeing it differently. This, to me, the house isn't quite as lively. That stone, you would have think, had enough to go out the back.
It was just that it hit it so thin. He had the speed to get it out, Vic, but he didn't get it solid, the second rock, and had to brush that just a shade more. Great try.
Gotta go back, eh? Where do you want this? Right about there. Okay.
He's helped his cause a little bit, Alberta, because they moved it out of the 8-foot. So now to make this not doubleable. Is that a word?
Doubleable.
Is that one of Avril's songs? He wants this really deep in the house, and obviously this could cause a throw-through. So he's aiming at a pretty small section of land here.
Just all you guys. Where? Back 8, guys.
Not bad.
Brennan is studying honors commerce at Lakehead.
Back 8, guys. Back 8. Mine's fine. Oh, easy.
Got to be careful. They'd love to be back 12, but 15 inches farther than that's trouble.
Whoa, guys. Where? Whoa. Sit down. Good.
And it will. My goodness.
Okay.
That
I
takes
see
a
how
lot
it
of
is.
confidence. Good throw. Yeah, really. The worst part is that slides through. They're going to be forced to one Northern Ontario with a hit on that open rock on the other side. So no choice here for Brendan, just to hit and stay, try to be shot rock and force Northern Ontario to hit and stay.
No?
Yeah.
What is this guy doing? What the hell? Who is this guy? Honestly. Yeah. Easy, medium.
Yeah, yeah.
Hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
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 Clean, clean, clean,
Clean.
clean. Good throw.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
But Northern Ontario will get the chance to get the 2 right back here in 6.
It's nice here.
Taking a wee bit more ice than Brendan did. These are catch-22s. They're easy shots, but you say to yourself, I don't want to overthrow this, because the lighter I throw it, the better chance I have of staying. Then you don't take the appropriate ice.
Right off, then. Right off, guys. Whoa. Whoa, off. Right off. Clean. Clean. Off. No. Right off. Whoa. Clean. Clean.
Good.
Yeah, good.
Good. And there they are. 2 for Northern Ontario here in the 6th. We're all even in this men's final of the M&M Meatshops Canadian Juniors. It's the championship weekend of the 2012 M&M Meatshops Canadian Juniors. Last evening, it was the Alberta team of Jocelyn Peterman from Red Deer that won the women's title, beating Manitoba. Alberta has a chance to make it 2 for 2 if they can get by Northern Ontario, but right now we are tied
Clean. That's fine.
at 5. It's the 7th end now, and Alberta
Maybe not quite, no.
will have the last rock playing the Redstone.
Go 3. You like short? We'll go 3.
I'm going short.
What?
Yeah, let's go short.
I didn't notice as Adams plays his second here, the Northern Ontario lead. Did he slip in to the rings, or did he purposely go in?
Where is it?
Yeah, no, I think they wanted it in, thinking Alberta would throw the corner guard, but because it's an odd numbered end here, I think Alberta's going to try to run through here and get the hammer in the 8.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Smart skipping. You have 2 hammers to 1 in the 8, 1 in the 10, unless there's some steals, and you got a good chance to win that way.
Not too deep. 8
Yeah.
max.
Make it good.
Utilizing the free guard zone. Now that there's one out there, they can't hit it, Alberta, so they're going to play the come around.
Weight's pretty good.
This side has a
You
little
can go
more
a little
curl for
bit.
sure, so
Yeah.
smart move going on the
You
intern
gotta
side.
go. Yes.
Wolf, you can.
This is Bryce
goodbye, guys.
Buckles.
We're close.
Wolf, we can. Never. Where is it?
Close.
Sit down. We go right back, Brendan. Okay, Bryce.
Well, okay.
Take it back.
That's back enough, honey.
And back it goes. The back 8-foot covered.
Either or. Yeah. Let's go this way. 6. 90-95?
Yeah.
Okay. 90-95, Joe.
Yep.
Kyle toss it.
Pretty close.
You're all there.
Where?
Line only. 7, 8.
9.
Whoa.
10.
Okay.
What the hell?
That's got to be deep.
Yeah. What'd you get?
Okay.
Top 8.
We got a 320 here.
Yeah.
Just make it a 315, 320.
Okay. Let's go, Bryce. 320 is probably close,
Yeah.
Okay.
All we want is 8 foot.
Yeah.
Well, top fighting for us.
Yeah. Okay.
Kyle loved that one back. He just kicked out too hard, and it's such a great sliding surface. And again, this late in the week, you can't make excuses. He just kicked out way too hard. And, you got to miss those light. If you keep it in front, you can do something with it.
Yep. Whoa.
All there. All there.
Well, then, you're by.
There.
Whoa, we're by.
It's all there.
Well, we just got to be above the 2 line.
Yeah.
Sit. Sit down. Come on.
It's good, Lanny.
Yeah. Above the tee line, it is totally covered.
Just a hair.
We just brushed it.
It's okay.
That's good. Get him running.
Chance to redeem himself, Kyle, here to run this straight back. If he can make it perfect, he can either stick this buried or make the double.
Whoa! Oh. Right off. Roll it off. Roll it off. All right. That's fine. That's fine.
Well, familiar names from this game are on the All-Star teams. Bottcher and Lanny Buckles making the first team. The only team member from Northern Ontario, Christopher Lupin, is the All-Star second team third. And then 2 players from the Manitoba bronze medal winning teams, Kyle Doring and their lead, Lucas Vandenbosch.
Okay, more.
Yeah.
Back line.
Never.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's got to work.
Might die because of the curl. But
Yeah.
I'm useless.
Trying to.
Yeah.
Well,
Still all
take
there.
a look, guys.
No, we need it above T line.
Well, just on the T line.
No, still there. Still there.
I still think we're here.
Okay.
Well,
We're still
we really can't be much cheaper than here.
Okay.
It is.
It is, but
It's gonna be back a bit. That's all we got.
okay.
That's fine, Lanny. That's good.
And it just slips back. Back into the 8. How tough is it right now for them to, it's all about leg drive, I realize that. How tough is it to come out of the hack so gently?
It's really tough. It really is, because it's adrenaline, and it's just a better surface, and it's so hard to explain that to people watching on television. It's you have to keep the temperature a lot lower in an arena than you do in a curling club. So in a curling club, the ice is a little sticky, it's a little softer. You get to that hog line in a big hurry, and you just have to kick out lighter or slow the shoes down or do something, and it's just tough. This is close.
Close on the other one, anyways.
Got one L, and he'll just kiss it on the way by. Leaves Alberta sitting the 2. Alberta does have the last rock in this 5-5 tie.
It's a lot, Vic. The speed is a lot like golfing. If you played a golf course that has slow greens and you're a member there, and that's the course you play most of your games at, all of a sudden you go to a course where they're lightning fast. There's an adjustment period.
Yeah, just right on
But
the
these
T line.
top teams, they travel all over the place. These teams went to Ottawa for the big Von Spiel, the biggest junior spiel in the world. They get around to different clubs in their own area, and then they're usually prepared, but it is exceptionally quick today.
It's not bad, you guys. Take a look. Take a
Line's
look.
good.
Go, bud. Clean.
Line's good, guys.
We have to go.
Whoa, if you can.
Take a look.
Whoa.
Take a look.
Whoa.
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 No. Whoa.
It's like top.
Just right here. Right here.
Perfect.
That's great. Real nice.
Evans made some great draws, made a beauty in the first end to set up the deuce. He's controlled the draw weight very nicely. That's in a good spot because it looks like there's a double, but to make that back double, you'd have to be dangerously close to missing the top rock altogether.
It's going to curl.
I think they're going to play the hit and just roll on top.
Double? Never. Okay.
Okay. And even at that, they can't hold the shooter.
Right.
How, it maybe sounds silly, but how
You
difficult
want me
is
to
it?
give you a little less now, Ev?
Yeah, I
You
wouldn't
know,
mind
if you're only trying to hide 2 stones or hide them, or score 2, you're splitting
Yeah, you are.
the house basically.
I like this, though.
How much more difficult is it to put that
Same way.
third one in? in a spot that you're not going to hurt yourself.
Well, you're right. It is because of the rocks, and not only because of the one is in the middle, but it's at the back. So it's very difficult to stop zero doubles here. That's why they put it where they did. There would be a double, but it was a dangerous double. You might talk the team into missing completely.
Great. Line's good.
So put it back in that same spot. Top 8, even top 12's fine.
Yeah, go. Take a look. Race, go. Yep, hard. Go.
Well, he pulled the string on this one.
Whoa. Yep.
And very nicely done again. Landon and Bryce. Buckles. They'll get it there to the edge of the 8-foot.
Well, that's how good the brushing is, how effective it is in this type of surface. Again, you don't see that in a curling club, but they were panicking at the hog line to get that in the rings. They ended up on the tee line. That slid forever. Good brush.
Yeah, roll it in front. See if I can get a double on my next one. Okay. Normal? Yeah. Okay. Solid normal. Yep.
Solid. Whoa.
Then double.
Whoa. Close.
Whoa.
Off.
Don't roll that. Jeez.
One more time.
Not quite sure on both those throws, Vic. And again, maybe it's the adrenaline, the speed of the ice, whatever. But if you're playing a hit and roll, why do we need that much weight? And those weren't far off where they wanted them, but with that much speed coming at the rock, they both rolled out. And a big problem here for Northern Ontario.
Okay.
If line's good, you can go T-line.
$3.15. Could we even take it back, like line all 3 up, so there's no double?
Even or?
Yeah, even's good.
Okay.
But if we're not even, we need to be like
just
4
a hair
feet
above
higher.
T is probably perfect.
So like 315, 320. 320. Probably.
Any heavier here or about the same?
No, same.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
Brendan Bottcher and the
Line
first
golden.
Alberta
7 just
skip
okay.
stone here in 7.
Should be there.
Team from the
Yeah,
Saville
looks
Sports
up.
Center in Edmonton with the last rock.
Wait,
Let it work.
Off. It's not coming down.
Dig in, buddy. Dig in.
Sit down.
Oh, this is close.
Really hard, Chris.
Sit hard. Listen to him, and it does.
Good shot. Good shot, Brennan. Hey, Brennan.
I didn't think it was that heavy.
I got a 313. Let's keep her going. Half rock or so? Yeah. What kind of weight?
That was so close to going through and getting it down to a deuce. And unless there's a double made here, that at the end of the day could be the winning point, hanging on the edge of the paint there. But the double's available here.
For Brennan Wark.
Whoa.
Off, guys.
Right off. Close. Whoa.
It's got to come up for him now.
Come on.
One and just enough
Shot.
for Brennan Wark.
Time double at the right time. You could not afford to give up a 3 spot here.
We're in the 7th.
320, bud.
Okay.
315, fine. Somewhere next.
Yeah. I'll give you shade less.
Yeah. 320.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the paint for 2. It's not necessarily easy, as we've seen so far.
Well, Brennan's probably the best drawing skip in the whole field, and he hung on by a fraction of an inch with his first one, and this one's flying also.
Just stay close in case.
It should be a little slower down the center here. It should save him, but this is flying.
Look at this.
Never
Nah,
burst.
nah.
Nothing from Landon or
Okay,
Bryce.
good, Brendan.
We got a little lucky with the curl there.
And it will come to a rest. Package of the 4. Alberta will get 2 and 7. They're trading deuces now. Advantage, the team from Edmonton. They've been playing for the Canadian Men's Junior Curling Championship since 1950. And now let's turn the clock back to 2001. The Canadian Junior being played in St. Catharines, Ontario. Look at this. Brad Gushue against Mike McEwen, 4th end, Newfoundland, with a draw for 2, and they led 4-1. So now we go to the 7th. McEwen will wreck on the guard, leaving Gushue a draw for 3. Newfoundland beginning to pull away as Brad Gushue goes on to win. 8-3 is the final, and Newfoundland are the 2001 Canadian Junior champions. And Brad Gushue, of course, has gone on to great success, gold medal winner, of course, in Torino with you, Russ, and he will represent Newfoundland and Labrador at Tim Hortons Brier in Saskatoon in a couple of weeks' time. And then, of course, earlier today, Mike McEwen, who led all the money winners on the Gold Trail this year, lost the Manitoba final for the 3rd straight year, this time losing to Rob Fowler of Brandon, Manitoba. Welcome back to Napanee, Ontario, and the Strathcona Paper Centre. A nervous kind of 2 for Alberta with the ice as quick as it is. 7-5 they lead. Here in 8, it's Northern Ontario with the last rock playing the Yellowstone.
Where's weight, guys? Line's okay.
Top 12.
3. Is it? Actually, no, it's fine.
It's not bad, but we're going to over curl.
Okay. Stop curling. Probably in. No, maybe not,
It's not in.
Whoa.
Over and off, guys.
Whoa.
Sit.
Whoa. Never.
Stop right there.
Stop, buddy. That's fine.
Stop.
Good, Bryce.
Sit. Good shot.
2001, that's a long time ago. Look at these guys. Brad Gushue hasn't changed a bit, and Mike looks virtually the same. That's unbelievable. What are they drinking?
I don't know, but you're right.
Look at that.
Yeah. They say much the same about you, actually.
Well, naturally.
Fraction more, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid, let me tell you.
Right off. 6.
I feel badly for Mike. He's got such a phenomenal team. They work so hard at it. I was at the rink in Winnipeg with my daughter for a week, and they just made they were at the rink every day practicing time and time again, and they've worked hard at it. They're the best team in the world, and they'll get to the Brier sooner than later. You watch.
Okay, Landon, let's go.
So Brad Gushue looks almost the same as he did, 11 years ago. And here you are. This is you, and this is you.
Well, yellow makes you look old, Vic.
Is that what it is? Yeah, it is. I guess it must be the colors.
Yeah.
But that's good. Good job.
You can't get away with it.
No, not a thing.
Is he throwing up the corner again?
4-10.
It's 2 3s here.
So Alberta has one covered. Leading by 2 here in 8.
A continual diet of interns for the Alberta team, and then looking at the stats before the game, 66%, like 2/3 of their shots were interns. That's really unusual. Most teams favor the outturn. And it was funny because the Alberta girls team, Jocelyn Peterman, also was solid interns, and they're the Canadian champions. So it makes you wonder. I think it's the weakest shot for most teams is the intern side, and that's the advantage for Alberta.
We were talking about that at breakfast this morning. You asked me, and I said I would tend to want to play an intern because it's closer to my body. I don't feel like I'm blocking it out. Whereas an outturn, I would think majority of club players We might pop the handle.
Float it wide, yeah. When you put the rotation on an out turn, if you haven't turned it at all, you tend to float it wide, and that's the biggest mistake with shots, is floating them back. Oh, get the back of that one. Oh, great shot.
Yeah, very nice. Very subtle little fist pump there from Landon Buckles.
Oh, good.
That's just such a huge shot at the right time. Because look at the angles here now. To hit the red on the yellow, you probably will lose your own yellow.
Yeah, too bad it wasn't.
But if you are Northern Ontario and Wark, you can't afford, it would seem to me, to give up any steals here.
No, exactly, and it's tough. You know, he wants to be aggressive. He wants to score 2 points here, and all of a sudden he's on the bailout mode.
Right off.
Jump it. All right. Okay.
Right. You like that?
Interesting decision here. 2-point lead. You could hit this yellow one and
I was thinking hitting it.
probably peel out the end.
Well,
I'll come take a look.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are they locked on? They all are, kind of.
Two choices, see what they do.
Either throw the guard.
Guard it or peel.
If we throw the guard, we sort of have to be tight, right?
Well, yeah, no, you have to be tight. You can't be long.
What's wrong with just picking it out, though?
Yeah, but
Can you get
We'll
him
blank this end.
I
And we'll be up
don't know
to
how
playing
you...
9.
I would rather make him make the move on it by trying to run our red in. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like you go tight, and if you're accidentally deep, just come to nose, right?
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, I think so.
This card.
Well, I think we'll come tight,
Nice and
and
tight.
if we're in, we go right to nose. What side
You
do
like tight?
Listen, I
We
mean,
just
I
wanna
like Evans'
if it's
assessment
close,
here.
He's gonna run it back.
We've got them now a little bit on the run. Why don't we just continue to make them come to us?
Just make sure you're tight up.
We'll put in the spot.
If you're in, you're in.
Let Wark, let Northern
tolerance is
Ontario
probably...
make the shot.
Well, sure, and that's the beauty of the sport. That's what I love so much about it. There's always different situations. The rocks are always slightly different than you've ever seen, so you have to be thinking on your feet. It'd be pretty easy to play the scoreboard here, Vic, and hit that yellow one, probably blank the end, and you're one in closer. If you can stay 2 points up until the final end, you're in pretty good shape. But he's right. He's dead right. A couple of good guards here. It's a chance to win this game.
We can wait.
Oh, we're out there.
I'll go inside.
Switch? Yeah.
Let's finish it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, let's go now.
We're not bad.
Let's bring it in.
Well,
Yeah.
line's not terrible, guys.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Gotta go at the end.
Yep. Go hard. Whoa. Whoa.
Make it
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
good.
Hard. Yes.
Evans made a lot of real nice draws. His speed control was the key there. 2 feet lighter, that's never going to curl enough. Really nice.
Yo, Evan.
Good brush.
Too bad. Too bad those weren't like top 12, top 8.
Well, I mentioned
I think you
that
just do a 2 guard all day.
Evan made the call after last year, saying, if you're looking for a third, I'm available. And right now, Brendan Bottcher is glad that he picked up the phone.
Good throw.
Smart by the Alberta team to bring the guards in pretty deep. Yes, it gives Northern Ontario a chance to run it back, but a long guard would allow Northern Ontario to come around, tap, and leave their yellow rock under cover. Alberta doesn't want any part of that with a 2-point
We
lead.
can sweep it there.
Okay.
I think you're less.
A little bit.
I don't think so.
You can hit it a bit.
Line's good.
Yeah, line's great.
Whoa.
Just clean.
Line's perfect.
Line's good.
Listen to the communication of this young team.
Make it good.
Whoa.
Finish it. Whoa, it's
Whoa.
hair. It's hair
Looks
more.
deep, guys.
Hair more.
Looks like we're frozen to it.
Can you freeze it?
Yeah, we can. You want to frozen?
Whoa.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep.
Go, Bryce. Go, go.
Sorry, Brett.
Sorry, buddy.
And that was a
We hit it
complete
too soon, hey?
that was a complete mess. They wanted to have a guard, but they were calm enough to say, well, let's play the freeze.
Just didn't give it a chance to...
Well, I think it was in for sure.
Think so?
Yeah.
Did you
They-
split?
No,
Or did they get
but
hog to hog or whatever?
they weren't sweeping that a whole lot of. It's not bad.
This is straightened out quite a bit.
I don't think you're getting this one.
Might keep the yellow around.
Yeah, I think so. Peel. Okay. Just give me like negative ice almost.
Don't hear that very often.
Well, that's not because of the ice. It's definitely straighter, but he must back this up a little bit. Watch, it's on the line. See it come off the line. It's falling back, back a little wee bit.
Christopher Lupin.
See what happens.
Oh, boy, and he's going to get rid of his own and still leave them. Alberta's sitting 2, although they get everything off the 4 foot in the button.
Not a good shot, though. You had to hang around there. If you hit it on the other side, they didn't seem to have the angles right. Hit it on the other side, they could have saved both. But wow.
Give him a 4 up here.
Make him start ripping.
Yeah, he's going to peel, right?
I mean, T-line is probably too deep, hey?
Yeah, just top 4.
Probably top 12.
Just edge to edge, full 8's good.
And even top 12 is almost too short, too, hey?
Yeah, it's just
gotta
going to
be
go
full
around
8.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's not terrible. The girl's behind us for 1 foot, right?
Okay, let's go.
How does that look?
I think that's probably close. I was maybe take an inch more. Just to be sure.
Okay, yeah, I like it.
I just think it's going to run straight early, hey?
It'll go, though.
Okay.
You got to tuck a cheek here. No, we don't. Here we go. Just tuck a cheek.
Yeah.
You want to get an inch pair. Just top 8. Like 320. Let's go. Is 8 foot here?
Just need full top 8.
Sweet. Yeah, if you can tuck a cheek, that'd be good.
That's pretty good.
Still about the same.
As quick as ever.
Okay.
Quick as ever.
320 or something.
And
Yeah,
it has
320.
been fast from first stone. Straighter, too.
Yeah, just taking about 4 feet of ice here.
7, 8.
Lots?
7. Well, if we can.
This
Lines?
looks
It's
deep at the
coming down
moment.
here.
Whoa.
It's pretty good.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Love this in front of the tee line.
Line's fine.
Line's good. Close. Yep.
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 Yeah.
Hard.
Hard. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Room. All you. All you. Go. Go.
Yeah.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
Good, go.
Hard.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good. Right there.
Sorry, that's good. No, it's fine.
Let's take a moment to check some of the player numbers.
Well, both really good. 86, 82 in the biggest game of your lives. And again, we talked about the ice being a little bit straighter, but look at the draw percentages. They haven't hit that well, partly because they haven't got the broom in the right spot, but 90 on one side, 93. Really,
Player numbers
really
are brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
If he misses the draw, we just play the same thing again.
You want to try that?
That opens it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you draw for
We're
one
forced
all
to
day,
one,
so.
though.
I don't think you can bear it.
We roll over, they just hit, and they're sitting 2.
You gotta try to come to the back one then.
If you think that's there, I think we got to play it.
Would you like coming wide or coming center line?
Wide.
Wide, yeah.
You know what? This would be the first time we've seen a
Maybe way
stone out
north
here.
there.
And you don't see teams practice it enough. In my province in New Brunswick, you play the shot all the time because it's so straight. But look where this broom's got to be. He's going to be out in the carpet to make this shot.
Should be fast, though, here, I think.
But if it is,
Maybe,
but if it is
Should be pretty
straightened
close
out
to the
down
same
the
speed.
middle, why wouldn't it have straightened out up here?
It
Even
will
just right here's not
will
bad.
be
You don't have to
straighter
worry
relative
back.
to all week, but there will be a little more curl here than in the middle because they haven't worn out in the pebble off. So this should still curl quite a bit because there's
85?
fairly fresh pebble out here. There certainly hasn't many rocks out here, but keep in mind the brushers travel back and forth down the sides here, and that also takes pebble off. But my guess is this will curl a little more than it would down the middle.
1 foot on the ice, 1 foot on the carpet. Christopher Lupin has the brush almost against the sponge
foot,
bumper.
sir. Where?
Whoa.
Close.
Where?
Whoa, if you can, guys.
Yeah,
Close.
whoa.
Whoa.
Where?
Ton of room here so
Line's
far.
good.
Whoa.
Line's
Got to
good.
die.
Great.
Lots of room.
Where?
heavy.
Where?
910.
Off.
Curl. Finish. Curl.
Oh, boy. Just that little bit too much. He had the right idea, didn't he?
He really did, and it had tons of. I think if he throws the right way, it would have been close to the guard, but that was really good. Good guess on the ice. Just a little too much weight again.
It's quicker out there. Seemed like they wanted to sweep it.
And just the rub and roll off.
I think that's close up.
Yeah, I like this.
Might have to go a little early just to keep it out there.
Yeah.
What are you, just like top 8?
It's top 4.
You'd love to get it in here and make it tough, but that keeps the whole left-hand or right-hand side of the sheet open. There would be no problem with putting a rock maybe in that area, and it makes it that much tougher. And we just saw what happens when you go it way wide. So if you go it way wide this way, wouldn't be easy either. So keeping it at top 12 would not be a problem.
Final stone for Alberta's Brendan Bottcher. Here in the 8th, he's up by 2.
It looks like lots. Time's the room.
I think we wait on it.
Whoa.
Time's the room. Whoa. 7. No.
Line's close.
No. Not yet. Close. Close. Whoa. No. Time's the room.
We're there.
Not. Close. No.
Good looking rock here. It's got enough speed. They decided to hide it in behind.
Go.
Now, here they go. Waited for it to break, and now it'll bust into the top 4. And Brennan Wark wasted no time. He tapped the pin and says, that's all I've got left.
Beautiful throw, good line, had the broom in the right spot, through the right speed, well judged, everything correct, but it really, this shot isn't as difficult as it could have been if they kept it wider top 12.
Yeah, any deeper, we're just backing.
Now he's drawing against 4 here in 8. And for Northern Ontario, this could be their chance at the National Championship. Brennan Wark.
Line's good.
Close.
Line. Full 4, guys. Buttons. Line's good.
Needs the button.
A lot of pressure on the Bottchers here. They can overbang this in a hurry and get it deep. They've got to keep
Adams
patient.
on the left. Tosset is on the right. Here we go.
Line's good. I think you got to go.
Needs a button. Here they go, boys. Come on. Needs a button. Drawing against 4. Trying to keep their chances alive. Need the button against 4. Drag it, fellas. Need the button. Get it there. They did for a single here in the 8th.
Great shot.
It was a must-have. And he had it. Well, it's time now for the M&M Meatshop's Final End Challenge. Right after the game, we want you to go to www.finalend.ca and enter the secret word for the chance to win a trip for 2 to see the 2013 World Junior Curling Championship in Sochi, Russia. That'll be home, of course, to the Olympic Winter Games in 2014. The first 100 entries will have a chance to win a $50 M&M gift card, and all participants will get an M&M discount. That's finalend.ca. The secret word we'll give you a little later. Well, of course, the old adage is you can't draw, you can't skip. And we saw 2 terrific draws. First one from Brendan Bottcher in the 8th.
Yeah, you couldn't carry this down any better. Again, the other option was to block the next shot. You could have gone a little bit wider here, but all things being equal, it's still a draw against 4 to keep your season alive here, and the biggest draw that Brendan has ever thrown, I'm sure, and it just makes it absolutely perfect. It's just about as much pressure on the front end as there is on the skipper, and they really were patient with it, waited as long as they could, and just got it there.
Just nibbling the button for the single point. Would have been game over here at the Strathcona Paper Centre for Northern Ontario if they'd given up the 4 spot. Instead, now it's a 1-point game. Alberta leading 7-6. But here in the 9th, the leaders from the Saville Sports Centre in Edmonton will have the last rock playing the Redstones.
That just has to fire up Northern Ontario. That was ball game, and now you're only 1 down. They've got one now sunk, buried. Another mistake by the Alberta lead a little deep, and game on here.
Line's good.
Weight's good.
Close.
Yep, let's go.
Yeah.
Get hair tight, guys.
Hard line.
Yeah, hard, guys, hard. Hard, boys, come on. Hard, guys. Hard.
Go.
Hard, guys. Can't get center.
Real hard, guys. Hard.
No, chop's better.
That's fine.
Little Rob rolls off.
That's fine, Bryce.
Sits in the
Guard.
Top of the 12-foot.
He's got that.
Shot rock belongs to Northern Ontario. Top of the button and covered.
Okay, yeah.
Why don't we just guard it?
We can guard the red.
Here.
You like it?
Either that or the hit and roll.
What if I hit and roll out? That's the same shot.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, I don't mind guard yet.
2.
Point to hit and we got a steal.
Got to be careful with this yellow guard. You've got one on the button, great, and they're worried, being a junior team, they're worried about that run back on the red. But if they guard the red, Alberta then makes the yellow double. You've just guarded the opposition's rock.
2.
Wide, wide. Straight off. It's got
He's wide enough here, it's not going to curl anyways.
2, 3.
Okay, finish, Chris.
Yeah.
Hard.
Line it up. Whoa. Okay.
That's fine.
It's not bad.
Russ, only one provincial championship yet to be decided. That's British Columbia, and they are midway through. Jim Cotter, Brent Pierce, both of them are former champions, and they're tied at 2 going to the 6th. Cotter will have the hammer in 6. That winner will fill out the field for the Tim Hortons Brier in Saskatoon.
Not happy with that last guard. It was about a foot wider than they wanted it, and I think he can get all 3 here.
Yeah. Hard! Yes! Catch it!
Oh, nearly got it. Got it off the top of the button. Still, though, covered, sitting back 4 now.
Get them all.
Any thinner, they're all gone.
It's a good rock.
Yeah, good throw, but sorry. A little unlucky where it went. Yeah, I'd rather left it open.
You gotta go less ice, though. Like 4.
This plate center's pretty good.
Give him the hair less.
Okay.
The hair oversized. Same weight? Yep.
It's actually a bit better situation now. The unfortunate with that potential triple there was they snuck that Northern Ontario rock in behind the guard. So pretty simple guard here.
No, not bad.
It's clean.
No, it's good. It's good.
It's over.
Okay, it's got to sit.
Okay.
Over curl.
Sit down.
Sit. Set.
Sit.
Works.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That one curled a long way.
It did.
Is the curl coming back?
Yep.
I don't think so. They didn't take a lot of ice there. They were edge of the 4, so they only took about 3.5 feet of ice, and it curled about 4, so that's about normal. It's definitely the straighter side on the out-turn side. You get a lot more finish on the in-turn for the right-hand curler.
Yeah. Hard.
Yep.
Real hard.
Yep.
Hard.
It's close hard.
Yeah.
Landon Buckles.
Hard. Go.
One more time. Got it. No, he'll kill his own. And the jam will leave the Northern Ontario stone sitting top edge of the 12.
That was
and covering a piece.
Sorry, Vic, that was so close to being really, really good. It just any thinner and he gets them all. Just a little more brush, get less of that red. The red hits the yellow instead of its own rock, and now 2 yellows in there against Alberta.
Let's get to 15. It's really quick.
Yeah, that's right. Come on, slow.
Two. 1, 2.
Line's good.
We gotta go.
Okay, go then.
Only if you have to. Line's good.
Gotta go.
Go then.
1.
Switch and go.
Oh, don't switch. Whoa.
Yep.
1.
Yep, hard. Yep, keep going. All the way over center. Hard. Good throw.
Really is curious how the momentum has gone back and forth in this game. I mean, you had Northern Ontario having to draw the pot against 4 to get a single in the last end, and now here you would think Alberta with the lead. Guess who's chasing? It's the guys from Edmonton.
Yeah, all because of that last shot. If it just hit it a hair thinner, they would have been out of jail, but now they are in a bit of trouble to score here.
He's going to make another beauty, is he? Oh, he is! Goodness, Evan Asmussen.
What a great shot. Runs them both back. Not only gets to them, but opens up the front. The rock at the top of the 12 is really of no
Very nice,
consequence and
Ab.
a chance to get out of this.
Okay. Pistol. Let's follow it up. Follow it up.
Yeah, let's go. What do you guys think we do here?
Who's going to handle it better here, Aid? It's getting a little tense.
Oh, you gotta go here.
Now we know this is the straighter side. Have they taken? Looked like they took quite a bit of ice here, Vic. I'm not sure they can make this bury here.
Go then. Yeah, go guys.
Where?
Adams and toss it.
Oh,
5, 6.
Oh, at the end if you
you
can.
ready? Ready? Yep.
Yeah, go now, guys.
Hard.
Hard.
Finish it. Hard.
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 And they'll take it to the top 8, just crossing the center line, but it's open there.
Yeah, they tried. They got a good chunk underneath it, and it's going to force them. I thought Alberta might play the soft tap here.
Thick.
Yeah.
Just make it.
I'm going to try to run this red guard onto the yellow one in the rings off to the corner there, the one at the top of the 12-foot.
Whoa. Bopped it out a bit.
Close.
No.
Whoa. Whoa.
Close.
Whoa.
It's close.
Catch it.
Really?
And all the way through. And you bet.
This one's out, right? This one's out, right?
I'll tell you, that's
think it was.
two huge shots at the right time.
This is out.
Chance now to possibly
He hit it
blank
like
this
half,
end
so
if it isn't a guard put in the right spot.
It should be out. Yep. We hit half.
Two yet.
Good boat there.
Two
that
terrific
lost? It doesn't
shots
kill that
by
much,
Evan Asmussen.
Guards
Has
finished.
turned it
Should
around
finish
for
pretty good.
Alberta here in 9.
Come here.
You gotta cross center like all the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just 2.
I don't even mind to hear less.
Okay. Here's a 2.
Yeah. 4 or 5. Yeah, 4 or 5.
Tighten the broom up about 3 inches at the last second. They thought they had a bit too much on the straight side.
Oh, lots of line.
Easy.
It's 2-3, guys.
That'll work.
If you're Alberta,
Let it come.
Go
Let
at
it
the
come.
end if you can.
Easy. Let it come. Let it come.
Hey,
would you
now,
be
yep.
content to give up the steal of one and take the hammer,
go,
or
yep.
do you really need to, would you be
Gotta
more
go,
comfortable
guys.
getting something
Hard,
and
cross it, cross it.
maybe taking a
Keep it going.
2-point lead
Go
at 2?
hard.
Well, you get different answers out of different teams. A 2-point lead's theoretically nicer, but you don't have control if it goes bad. And a couple of mistakes, you give up a 3, you lose the game. And obviously, Ty coming home, you can't make many mistakes either. So
Bad.
it's
And that guard didn't go on properly.
no, and that's the problem. That's why that last raise by Evan was so huge, because it gives them a chance now to get out of jail and actually have a chance to blank here. That would be the best thing, is to actually blank and have the 1-point lead and the advantage of hammer.
Just easy, Brennan.
Yeah.
Pretty tight ice here. I'd be more
Shade more
tempted to
still
ruin
out.
the room
Okay.
a little bit and throw a little
Oh,
softer
that
weight
looks
and
like
hang
a little
around.
much.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Just easy. Yeah. Easy.
A little bit.
Just clean.
Fine.
Yeah.
Good. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard. 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 Hard.
Hard! Whoa! 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 Yeah,
Gonna feather this card. Hold.
Young eyes, Vic.
Boy, oh boy, they took a deep breath and sucked all the air out of the Strathcona Paper Center.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah, they're just saying it was a little risky.
Good.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Snapped, hey?
You smear that guard, the guard's really in play, and they almost have to give up a steal, and now a great chance to blank.
Half an inch. Good throw. I thought we almost lost it there for 2 seconds.
I thought we did too.
Yeah.
Shoot, the nose would be nice here.
You're solid.
Yep.
Oh, almost normal.
Oh, close.
Normal.
Yep.
Really hard. Hard.
Want to jump this behind the center guard?
Right up.
Gotta go. Hard.
No, guys.
Oh, now they'll
Get it
hit
behind the other
in,
corner.
and now they'll take it to the other corner, and Asmussen is there, and it won't hang around. And so Alberta will get a chance to blank. And what a break that is. They'll take the last rock.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, well, let me ask you here again.
We're good, bud. It's okay.
You take the single here? Is that what he's going to do, or is he's going to throw through, is he?
You could. You're 2 up. But again, it's so easy to score the deuce. One mistake, you give up a 3. My theory is, you could miss 7 shots as long as Skipper makes his last one in the last end. So I think this makes way more sense, especially with a 1-point lead.
Talk, buddy. Good job.
You can thank Evan for it. 2 great shots.
Absolutely. Alberta, a blank in the 9th means Alberta and Brendan Bottcher will have the lead. He'll also have the last rock coming home. Well, it's now time for the final end challenge. Here's the secret word: final. Now, right after the game, we want you to go to finalend.ca to enter a chance to win a trip for 2 to see the 2013 World Junior Curling Championships, the M&M Meatshop's final end challenge. And it is the final end coming up. Alberta with the blank in 9. As Russ mentioned, 2 terrific shots by Alberta third Evan Asmussen to get the blank, or help get the blank. 7-6. And Alberta will have the last rock, leading by 1, playing the Redstones.
Yeah, when Evan got up to the plate, there were 2 buried, and they ended up getting a blank with his 2.
Go through.
Can we go through, Brendan?
Yeah.
Well, if it's back 8, you have to go through.
Let's go.
Yeah, right down, guys.
Smart move. They recognized it was heavy out right off the bat. It does them no good at all behind the tee line. Just get her out of
I
there.
don't want to come quite as deep now. Just split it. Half and half.
I thought Brennan might take a look at playing the split. You could split that into the rings quite easily, then hit it with your next one.
Yeah.
You don't even have to play the split twice. If you wanted to play the split twice, you make them both.
1, 2.
You're in awfully good shape, because the only rocks that are going to kill you are the ones in the center line.
Off, it's over.
Yeah, I guess though. I mean,
Right off.
if you do and you bump it in, then they cover it maybe. Right?
True. Yeah. And then at least it's off the center line then.
Right off.
Allows Brendan to make his last one. But
Good throw.
but he's not wrong either. If he could get 2 in front of the tee line, it makes that much tougher later in the end for Northern Ontario to get shot rock.
2 nice guards. Desperate guards by Joel Adams.
Weight's good.
Line's good.
Still think it's all there, guys.
Whoa. Close, guys.
Whoa.
As well if we can.
You're by.
Line's good.
Weight's great.
Yeah,
Line's real good.
Weight's good. I'm going to have to go out.
Top 8.
Just
Top
8
4.
foot. Just 8 foot. It's
good
We'll
right now.
finish it. We'll
Gonna have to finish. Give me
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You have to curl a lot.
Whoa.
Curl.
Okay, you can go.
Yep, let's go. Let's go. All right, guys, finish it.
Whoa. Very nice, Bryce. Real good.
Perfect throw. Nice comeback after throwing the first one through. That's quite embarrassing in that situation. You just hate to have that happen. He regrouped and made a beauty.
6.
Alberta
5. Yeah. 5. Okay.
with the 15 wins, trying to add a 16th since they began playing for the Canadian Men's Junior Championship back in 1950. Northern Ontario, their last was Jeff Curry in 1996, trying to win a 5th.
8.
Oh, there.
8. Never.
Close.
7.
8.
Nope. Line only.
7.
Close. Yeah.
7, 8.
Button.
Lots.
Oh, they don't want to be deep here. Don't be careful.
7. Hard. 7 rolling. Whoa. Hard all the way. Hard. Don't touch it.
Oh, the little rub, little roll, and it'll spin to the pinhole.
Love that in front of that red rock, because you can see what happens later on here. There's a very simple red
You just
raise.
get the top one, it's fine.
So it's a matter of eliminating the rocks out in front now. It's tough to get them both because they're so well thrown. They're lined up on the center. And Joel made 2 beauties for Team Northern Ont here, and it's almost impossible to get them both.
Clean.
Landon Buckles.
That's fine, Lonnie. Good, Lonnie. Good.
And in fact, that's what Brendan Bottcher said.
Yeah.
Just get one.
Okay, guys. Let's go.
Trying to maintain the focus, Alberta. One end away from a possible Canadian championship.
This is one of the toughest shots in curling right here, the 10th end. We know people have been missing heavy. There's a lot of adrenaline. The last thing you're going to do is hog the darn thing, but you can't be deep and set up an easy double here. Like this 3-4 feet over the hog line max.
Only if you have to.
We're good.
Well,
just one. We're good.
Just
Doesn't
over,
have to be on
over and
center.
Over and off.
Yeah, 1, 2.
Mine's good.
Let that.
That's good. Good throw.
Good throw, Kyle.
Very nice.
Northern Ontario, who did steal a point in the 4th, need a steal of one here. Or more if they can to
Same thing,
either
Lonnie.
force the extra or win it.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Nope. Slow.
Clean, guys. I only got the single.
Clean. Okay, that's good, Lonnie.
And one is what he'll get.
We're in good shape, though. I don't know what we can do.
It's time now for the game story.
Well, there's a lot of ebbs and flows. We were talking about earlier, up 3, and then give up 3, tied it up, but a couple of great shots by the skip to hold a steal of 1 was a big one, but Evans 2 shots in the 8th end to force the blank, or the 9th end, I should say, to force the blank, I think has really changed this game around, and there's a great chance for Alberta one up with the brick.
The game story brought to you by M&M Meatshops. Hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle.
There's where the stats can really fool you, Vic. 72% is much lower than Evan normally plays, but it'll all be forgotten with those 2 beautiful shots in the 9th end.
2. Lights off.
Okay, off then.
Stretch it a little. 1.
Well,
Weight's good. No, weight's perfect.
Mine's good.
okay, well then. Just let it come in.
Right off.
Mine's good.
Right off.
Right off.
Right off. Right
We're
off.
fine. Good
Good
weight.
throw.
Good.
A little bit of an angle here. They could take on the double.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Hard. Whoa.
Whoa! No!
Okay, that's
Roll
fine.
it, Bryce.
now.
Hurry up. Roll it, Bryce.
Back away a lot.
Sorry, Brennan.
That's fine.
Nice shot.
It's interesting to my mind the way that Northern Ontario is playing
It's so
these,
straight there.
because
Any brooms just
that red
back. We had it there for a bit.
yellow
Yeah.
combination, as you talked about earlier, is still there. The corner is there for Alberta. Why wouldn't you cover that corner so they couldn't get to it? Or are they trying and it's just not getting over
It's
there?
not finishing quick enough. Well, I think what they know that Alberta's going to try the double peel. So the most important thing is to line them up. If you put this rock over, curl this rock, and guard the red one, then there'll be an angle on the 2 yellow guards, and it'll be that much easier for Alberta to double peel and roll the shooter out of play. So the main thing at this point in time is keep them lined up, and they've done a wonderful job this end. Those are great shots.
And then eventually they'll try and cover that edge.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just make sure, like, if we get this one, we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa, wait.
Very good.
Peel.
Peel?
Yeah.
Okay. We're good, bud.
So good, Ev.
I like this call, too. They're going to go after the shorter guard, which is the problem. On the other one's so long, they can get around and get the yellow shot rock or play that in-turn red raise. The red rock is in this fabulous spot.
Whoa.
And keep in mind,
Whoa.
the Alberta lead, Bryce actually
Whoa.
pitched one right through and came back and made a beauty with the second one.
Very nice, Ev. Real good.
Shot out.
Nice pick.
I missed the caller. I'm not sure that they're going for that or not. thought they're going to the front guard, but
That side's just so straight, hey?
Yeah, it really is.
So straight there. It just falls off.
Yeah,
I just didn't see what we were doing, still feeling, right?
No, absolutely.
Because eventually this thing has second under
Yeah.
that.
I wonder if you'll be able to get it to curl.
80, 85.
80, 85.
Same I've been throwing?
Yep.
Just 7.
Okay.
Yep. Better short than heavy, though.
Yep.
full 4. Even if it's back 4, you want to try to get this hidden.
Okay, go then. Line's good.
Go if you have to, then.
Yeah, I gotta go line. Yeah.
Gotta go line.
Yep.
Where?
Be careful here. They're really pounding it for line. You don't want to be too deep.
Close. Go.
Hamilton toss it. They got to go now because it's busting. It's breaking at their own guard. They're trying to sneak it by now. The top stone 4.
Freeze. Hard as it goes, far as it goes, far as it goes.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
What was that?
I don't know if they got caught because I think, like you thought, it may be a little heavy out of his hand.
Yeah, they did. It was a little tight, and then they tried to sweep it to straighten it out, and then they had to get off it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more line than anything.
Even right here is not horrible. That's what I was. No, this is bad. You don't want to be there. You got it. You got to be here. Because then he just crosses the double. If you're here, he crosses.
Alberta's called a timeout. That'll bring Bernie Panich to the ice.
I don't mind that, man. Right here. You're probably right.
Yeah.
Play the intern tap to the lid, too. The problem is if we roll our shooter open.
Yeah, we can't do that.
But at least you're still having your thing.
This is real good, though.
Yeah. If we go there, I think that's a shot.
The double?
But then, we have to make sure, like, we can't be back here. That's bad.
don't want to leave it.
Up here is not fine, right? How about if we're up here?
The problem is
Right now, he's got a hit on that double.
yeah, we either need to be here or
Yeah. Actually, guys, up here is not bad.
No.
Right?
I think that's the call, Bernie.
You like it, Bernie?
I just don't want to give him the long draw down here.
I was thinking.
You know what I mean? You go too high and he's got this.
But the
right?
problem is
be
we
here.
throw the guard, he's just going to come around it. Like right now,
Yeah,
he's
he
trying
can
to come
get-
around this rock in the
He can
8
get
foot.
here. Yeah.
He's going to have trouble getting it to curl around that
Here's
one.
the perfect spot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think we got to go
Here
for it,
is
right?
also really good.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Do it, guys.
Okay.
It's right here.
Yeah.
Here's good, though.
Okay.
So
It's not the greatest, but it's good.
If we left it here, that's fine.
either beside the yellow, perfect spot, top 4.
Yeah, where I drew the first rock, top 4, they said it too. They could sit 2 here, keep it in front of the tee line. I'm not sure Northern Ontario can actually end up being shot rock. The other option is just throw a long guard. The problem with the long guard is then it allows Northern Ontario to come around it. So you could play a kind of a corner guard on the corner of that tight guard and force Northern Ontario to play the in-turn come around and tap out that shot rock. It's possible to get at that red rock on the in-turn side.
Yeah, 20, bud. 320, let's do
You have
it.
to be careful where they put this. And the downside of coming in tight here is if it ever over curls like the last rock did, the Northern Ontario one, and angles onto that yellow one, there'll be a simple red-yellow raise. The key thing for Brendan here is he doesn't want to be playing against 2. He doesn't mind drawing or hitting against 1, but not 2.
It's good.
Line's good. Whoa.
Brendan Bottcher and his first.
Whoa.
No. Not yet. Close.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. If you can. Whoa. If you can.
Whoa. Whoa.
Goodbye, off.
Close, yeah.
Whoa.
Stay close.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Boy, oh boy, exactly where he wanted it.
Let's go.
That is one perfect curling shot at the right time. I'll tell you, that's impressive.
Perfect. Yeah. He doesn't have anything.
You could carry that down any better. They were so close to wrecking on the guard, and you didn't want to do that either. It would set up a double. That could have been real dangerous if it ticks.
You heard the Alberta
No.
I don't think so. Look where the guard is.
team say they've got nothing.
Yeah.
Here?
Or the other side. Whichever side.
I'll be here. It's going to be half open. That's it.
Well, you got to get shot. Come on.
Timeout now being called by Northern Ontario, and Don Main, their coach, will come to the ice.
Or the double run crotch.
It's there.
It's a double run crotch.
Oh, so is this.
Yeah, but
Just T-line.
Now if you can even go here.
What do you like? What do you like?
Full 12.
Well,
Full 12.
just gonna break the button. Slow down.
right here?
Why not, eh? I think it's probably more makeable than that long run.
The only other thing is this, but you can't see it.
They've looked. Is there any way you can skinny that top guard,
And then he's got all the
that long guard, and somehow catch
this one.
and make the double?
I don't think so, Vic. You'd be coming down here, you mean?
What do you think?
On the intern
Yeah,
side.
exactly. To get this one,
Gotta be about
enough of this rock here, you're going to jam. It's going to go straight across and go it that way. You'll get rid of that rock, but you won't get rid of the this one right here. I think the only option is try to draw down and just get it at the back of the button and try to get a little bit of curl at the end. Very similar to the shot Brennan just played. Try to hang on the back corner of the forefoot there for shot rock. Yes, it'll be partly open, but it'll be a tough finesse shot to win the Canadian Championship. So that's all he's got.
Okay. Let's make it.
You get the broom in the right spot, give it to your brushers, and just allow them to think T-line. Hopefully you get it by the guard, just let it finish as much as it can. This would be a very tough shot to get it out if you can make this, but this is no picnic.
Well, it wasn't a picnic for him either in the 8th when he was drawing against 4 and he grabbed the top of the button.
Certainly did.
Great brushing then by Tossett and Adams. And now he needs to be shot stone here with his final rock. Needs to be shot stone right now. The championship belongs to Alberta.
Where?
Gotta go, yep.
Brennan Wark and the team from the Port Arthur Curling Club in Thunder Bay.
Yep.
Where? We gotta go.
Where are they, boys? Adams is on the left.
Only if you have
Toss
to.
it on the right.
Whoa. Close.
They overbrush it early now. It needs to stop for him. It needs to be shot stone. Needs to sit in time, and it will not. And Alberta will make it a perfect weekend, winning both the men's and women's Canadian junior curling titles. And for the 9th time, a province will sweep the championship weekend as Alberta takes both. Make the final. Alberta 9, Northern Ontario 6. And we will talk with the new Canadian men's M&M Meatshop junior champion when we come back. Alberta, Northern Ontario in this men's junior final, 9-6. Alberta wins it. And for Brendan Bottcher, congratulations. What a wonderful draw that last shot was, because really he had nothing.
Yeah, we put it in a really good spot, and the sweepers, everyone just knew where we had to put it. It was great.
Tell me a little bit about the ice, because Russ suggested different than the week. It straightened out a bit.
Yeah, well, there was lots of curl to start, and even today we were still getting 4 feet. The ice has just been great. So.
Yeah, we were telling people about Evan Asmussen joining you this year. He made the call to you after 7 years of trying to beat you. I would think that you're pretty glad you took that call. I thought he played wonderfully.
Yeah, he's just been great. He's gelled with the other 3 of us really good, and he played great all week. So.
All right, so now you're out of juniors. You go out with a Canadian Championship. All Alberta weekend. You're going to join, of course, Jocelyn Peterman in Sweden.
Yeah, and that just sort of tops it all off. We're great friends with all of them, so it'll be a great time.
Congratulations to you and Jocelyn. We wish you all the best in Ostersund.
Thanks a lot, Vic.
Alberta wins both the men's and women's M&M Meatshop's Canadian Juniors.
The M&M Meatshop's Canadian Juniors is brought to you by M&M Meatshops. Hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle. The M&M Meatshop's Canadian Juniors is brought to you by World Financial Group. Proud to be a sponsor of the Season of Champions. Your dreams, our strategies. By Ford, official automotive partner of the Canadian Curling Association. And by Tim Hortons new lattes, made with premium espresso.
Brendan Bottcher celebrates with his family in Alberta Championship. 2 years ago, he was 6-6 in Sorel Tracy. This year, he was the dominant team, and they are the Canadian champions, along with Coach Bernie Panich, Bryce Buckles, Landon Buckles. What a great addition Evan Asmussen has been at third, and of course, 20-year-old Brendan Bottcher, the #1 skip all week. And he showed it with a wonderful draw in that ninth. He put it in absolutely the perfect spot and really left Northern Ontario very little. They are the Canadian champions.
Look at the beauty. Look at the beauty. Oh, that's beauty.
It is my pleasure to invite Mr. John Wissent, Vice President of Franchising and Development with M&M Meatshops, to come forward with congratulations on behalf of the title sponsor, M&M Meatshops.
Thank you. On behalf of M&M Meatshops, Les Aliments M&M, and our franchisees at 456 stores across Canada, I wish to congratulate the host chair, Stephen Paul, the town of Greater Napanee, the host committee, and all of the many volunteers for putting on such a great event this week. This is the 7th year that M&M Meatshops has sponsored the Canadian Junior Curling Championships, and we are proud to support Canadian youth in their quest for gold, both here and in the World Championships in Östersund, Sweden. Congratulations to all the competitors who put on such a great show all week and today. And congratulations to the new junior men's champions from Alberta. Good luck and good curling in Sweden. Thank you.
And Mr. Wissent will present bronze medals to the bronze medal team from Manitoba, while Jim Campbell, Vice Chair of the Canadian Curling Association Board of Governors, presents Keeper Awards.
Well, we are likely
and
to
for Team Manitoba coach Calvin Eady.
See this team in the future, I think, Russ, when you talk about the fact that they're all 17. Lucas Vanden Bosch, Derek Oriniak is 17, Colton Lott 16, and of course their skip is Kyle Daring. He made that wonderful shot we showed him earlier, but this is a talented young team.
Well, 9-3 at the Canadian Championship when you're that young is unheard of, and so many more years. And they played the game the way it's supposed to be played. They weren't afraid to put rocks in play.
Wissent will now present silver medals
around
to
forever.
the silver medal team from Northern Ontario, while Stephen Paul, host committee chair, will present Keeper Awards.
And this team from Northern Ontario from the Port Arthur Curling Club.
And Team Northern Ontario coach Don Main.
Played very well. In fact, I thought they gathered themselves up tremendously after falling behind 3-0.
Yeah, for sure. And they not only took two and stole one, but the steal one could have been a steal of three if it wasn't for Brendan's brilliant draw to give up only one. It could have been three very easily, and that might have changed the whole game.
Third, Christopher Lupin.
This will be the last year for Lupin. He's 20 years of age. Brennan Wark will have one more year. The team from Northern Ontario.
Mr. Wissent will now present gold medals to the champions from the province of Alberta, while Jim Campbell presents Keeper Awards.
And what a weekend has it been for Alberta. Yesterday it was Jocelyn Peterman, Brittany Tran, Rebecca Conchu, and Christine Anderson winning out of the Red Deer Curling Club, and now the Alberta champions coming out of the Saville Sports Centre in Edmonton.
Third, Evan Asmussen.
Bryce and Landon Buckles, Evan Asmussen, And their skip, Brendan Bottcher. And what a great draw that last one was.
You could not have put that. I think you put it in a better spot than I did, and I was using the telestrator. It was absolutely money. It just barely got by the guard. That was the tricky part. Well brushed by the brushers and didn't panic, and there was virtually no chance for Northern Ontario to get around on that intern side.
Brennan, get in here, Bernie.
Congratulations to the Alberta team from the Saville Sports Centre. We wish them, as well as their Alberta teammates from Red Deer, Jocelyn Peterman, all the very best at the World Junior Championships to be played March the 3rd through the 11th in Östersund, Sweden. As mentioned, this really does kick off our season of champions. Next Saturday, we will be in Red Deer, Alberta for Draw 1 of the Scotties, and the defending champion Amber Holland will wear the maple leaf against Heather Strong from Newfoundland and Labrador, Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. It's been a pleasure to be here in Napanee. Thank you again to Stephen Paul and the entire committee. And now on behalf of Russ and our entire crew, thank you for joining us. Till we talk with you again next week from the Scotties in Red Deer. Canada's most comprehensive curling coverage is here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.